Hello and good evening. Tonight we have a little extra fun, sort of. We do have the island reached the milestone of having a 5-star rating, so I've gotten my golden watering can and I just wanted to do a recap of kind of a look around the island and see what our island looks like. So we'll start over here with the old house. Now last week we rolled over to the new month partway through the stream and we started catching fireflies, which was cool. That was last Sunday. Anyway, I've also built out my house. Since last week. So now coming into the house, you start with the kitchen. I've changed things up a little bit. I don't have enough tables for everything, but I've done a basic setup, which I kind of like. Kitchen's got a lot of fun little bits. You know, the stove works, the microwave beeps. The popcorn machine works. Makes popcorn. Little coffee grinder grinds coffee. Toaster has a fish pattern on it that's really adorable. Yes, it will pop up in a second with toast. Dink. Fan turns on or off. Of course it should be on. Let's see. Oh, see the microwave finished. A nice little candelabra here. I might do that in a minute. Let's see, the little rice cooker, which is really cute. When you pop it open, there's a big poof of steam. Right. I can't reach the scale, but the scale goes doing. In the fridge, if you haven't had a fridge or a cooler or a freezer, you get to change clothes when you have a fridge or freezer, so that's entertaining. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'll go ahead and turn off the gas. Right. Now this room was the original kitchen forward here, but I really don't have anything going on in the room right now, so I'm just going to skip that room. But this room over here is cool. That's just nothing to look at. I need to redo it. Now this is my underwater room, and this is really cool.
What's the name of your snapping turtle?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't have a name.
You gotta name it. How about name it Pissy too?
So here we put a bunch of fish. This was this little thing here is a gift someone gave me. It was supposed to be like brine shrimp. I don't know. I can kind of see something in there, but it's very vague. This is a flounder. If you tap the glass or turn the light on and off, it floats, which is just hilarious.
Sell my fish.
Oops. See, there you go. The flounder just comes off the bottom. Nobody else really does anything when you turn the light on or off, but anyway. It's a cool room. I like the effect of the wall and the floor.
We have a special guest right now.
Hello, special guest.
Pineapple.
It's Mr. Pineapple. Over here we kind of have a little bit more earthen room where I'm kind of putting plants and insects. We have a sand floor. We have a lot of the little plants I've collected.
It's like a beachy round.
I got a hamster in a cage. And the 2 insects I've had Flick make little models of. The firefly and the paper kite butterfly. So that's cool. We had a little cozy fireplace that I thought fit the room. And what they called a retro stereo system, which is iconic. I actually remember having one like that, so it's pretty retro. I'm old enough to remember having one like it, so that's how old it is. Now I did move my bedroom upstairs.
This dude makes a lot of money.
And so this is pretty simple. There's not much going on here. But I have a table with some things on it. A little phonograph over here playing. One little plant. Actually, I probably should move that plant downstairs. They call it a yucca, but that's not a yucca. I've seen lots of yuccas. That's a banana plant. I don't know why they call it a yucca, but that's a banana tree. But it's a really cool little imperial bed that I think I found out of a balloon. And then an imperial chest and a little mirror. So, oh, and gold gears. Random. I was talking to one of the villagers, Hippo, one day. He was doing some DIY, and he was like, I just had a dream and thought up this golden gears. And I was like, that's a weird dream. Here's a recipe. And I'm like, okay. And then down in the basement I put a music studio, which right now I just have a few things. We already have a marimba out on the beach rocks, which is pretty cool, and I got a second one. So I decided to put it in my basement, and then I bought a grand piano from Nooks and Crannies, which I thought was cool. I need to get like a stool or something. This is the old retro fan. I need to find a wallpaper I like for this one. But that's basically the house. Like I said, the back room, the other side of the kitchen, it's just a wallpaper and flooring. There's nothing else in there, so there's nothing really to look at. But we'll start in this section of the island, and we'll just kind of go around and show you the interesting features of the island. So I had these little tiki torches, which I thought was just kind of a decorative touch. That was pretty cool. This is my little windflower farm. I've been somewhat successful breeding blue windflowers out of here. And of course, white and orange together is supposed to also produce blue, as well as white and white. So in theory, that's what's going on there. Although, to be honest, I offshoot more orange windflowers than I do blue ones. So, oh well. I'm starting to have an overabundance of orange. That's okay. Right over here, these are all fruit trees. This happens to be peach. Here's one of our neighbors, Hippo. Hello, Hippo. Oh yes, they've all decided to call me Mountain. Mott decided to call me Mountain, and it spread to like everybody. Oh, well thank you. Certainly appreciate that.
And Rose changed to everyone's catchphrases.
Just being seen with you in public increases my Q score. That's funny.
Wait, are they able to hear me?
You're hilarious. Sort of. Alright, back over here, of course, these are orange trees. This is we have one lake. So this is the one place where you can catch frogs and catfish. In fact, this guy here is probably a catfish. I swear, these fish just always turn right when I put the bobber in there. Nice thing with lakes is that the bobber doesn't move at all. It just stays exactly where you throw it. So he should turn in a second and see it. If not, I'll reposition. There it is. And give me a catfish. And give me a catfish. Oh, what? Come on. That was totally a catch. That was totally a catch. Alright, so over here on this rock, we've added a few little seats. So you can kind of sit and stare at the ocean. Not a bad place to look for stars, too. And a little properly positioned mountain bike. Seems like a good spot for it. Too bad you can't get on the bike and ride around the island. Maybe in a future update. Here's a little cooler. It just kind of fits with the beach chair we have. And of course, like I mentioned about freezers and coolers earlier, you can use it to change clothes. It's like a wardrobe. And it's one of the few things inside the island that allows you to access your storage at your house, but only for clothes. Which gives me hope that maybe they'll come out with an update later that maybe will let you, reach crafting supplies in your house at some future point. Maybe. They've certainly, obviously with that mechanic shown that it can be done. It's a matter of applying it to a crafting table or something. Alright, over here, sorry, I forgot to mention, these are all apple trees. The orange trees are ones in the back that have the path going one way, and then perpendicular to those are the apple trees. And there are a few more apple trees on this side of the river. So you'll see that even though this island made 5 stars, it's still very simply decorated. It's not elaborate. So if you're worried, maybe, because some of people's islands, I've been looking at other people's islands, and man, some people really have some amazing designs, and I'm very impressed with them. Ours is very simple. So to me, it gives you hope if you have a slightly limited design aesthetic that you too could still make a 5-star island. I'm having trouble catching fish. Sometimes I have trouble when I stream because there's just like a small delay, and it's a small delay both visual and auditory, and so the timing is just off. So I don't actually fish a whole lot on stream because of that. But I want to at least give it a shot. Now, let me show you this a second. What I did up here was I got this antenna, which I thought was a pretty cool looking thing, but if you're going to have an antenna, you need it up on high ground above the trees and all that. So I built up this little platform for it to sit on, and it, surrounded it with hedges, not hedges, what do they call those things? Ugh, not hedges. But anyway, bushes. Thank you, bushes. And so it makes a nice little spot for this antenna. Satellite dish. Sorry, not an antenna. Satellite dish to hang out. Yeah, my fishing is pretty bad. Alright, now, this blue and white stripe one, this is the surfboard that our Nook and Cranny sells regularly during the summer. This one here, black and green lines on it, this is one I got. I visited an island in Australia the other day. I was playing late at night, and my Nook and Cranny was already closed. And I had just gotten the 5-star rating and the recipe for the golden watering can. I needed a watering can, and I never got the recipe for a watering can. I just went and bought one. So I couldn't make one. So Anyway, I found someone who had an island. They were letting people come over and do shopping and stuff, and I was like, okay. So I went to Australia, some island in Australia, and picked up a watering can. While I was there, I looked around. They had this cool looking surfboard. So I was like, alright, I know our surfboard looks different, so I'm going to get that one. So I picked up the Aussie watering board. I know it's not specific to Australia. It has to do with the some combination of the airport color and I don't know other stuff, but still. Since I got it in Oz, I'll just call it the Oz surfboard. Oh, and I also picked up some holiday winter decoration items, since they're of course heading to winter in the southern hemisphere. So this area of course is where I have a lot of the flowers. I'm working with blue pansies here to try to get purple pansies. And you can see they're sparkling. I've already done the golden watering can on them today. Hello, dude. Honk. So many jocks. The new neighbor. Tweak my jogging route so it spells out their name. Okay, dude. Sure. You're funny.
How would you even do that?
He's just hilarious. So this is a little box where I'm kind of putting my some of the rarer flowers, you know, like the pink lilies I have here. Got a bunch of purple roses, black and pink tulips, purple mums, and then I have blue. What do I have? I got broken off, so blue lilies, I think. Not pansies, blue pansies here. Yeah. And then over here, I did a little arrangement to make a kind of a rainbow looking thing, which I thought was pretty cool looking. This stripe here, of course, is green, and that's missing, but I don't have any green mums yet, so that's why there's nothing there. But eventually, we'll have green mums there.
I don't know if there are birds. I feel like there might be some green mums at Cool Guys Island.
There's just a whole bunch of hyacinth we have. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice this bud earlier. What is this? I just put all the colors that we had to see what would happen if we put them all together and what would breed out. Really, there hasn't been much spawning there, so... Let's see, what did we get? We got a white one. Okay, cool. We'll replant that somewhere. And this is a whole bunch of roses. I basically just have a big giant box for roses. I have way too many roses. So this is a full box of them. This is Prime Daughter's house. She's our island representative. It's her island. And this is kind of this collection of flowers she put in front of her house, which is pretty cool. It's a little bit of everything. Alright, of course, this is a park that we have outlined here with a lot of miscellaneous things in it. The old town square. Pretty standard thing here. We'll go up here in a minute, but there's just kind of a hedge separating this section of the island. And this is a little water park where we have a lot of water fun things. Pool, bath, fountain, a little rubber swimming pool or plastic swimming pool, whichever one. It's kind of a pretty little area. And in this particular sidewalk, I've decided to line with red windflowers. So I started with every other spot being a red windflower, and of course it's filled in quite a bit. Alright, let's see where we dropped off was, here's Rose's house. right behind there. We have some cosmos breeding. I'm trying to get pink cosmos here. I've gotten one pink cosmos so far. And then here I'm trying to get orange. I actually got 2 so far. And then a third one appeared. I planted the orange one, the first orange one I got by itself, and it produced another one. And then I just produced another one the other day, so now I have 3 total. Now this walk over here, actually I forgot to mention, this is Chester's spot here. So Chester's got a nice little area with a pagoda, tiger, a lantern. He's got a bunch of pandas. And of course he's got, you know, the kind of Asian themed architecture. Alright, these are orange pansies. I put in a little pattern here to try to grow more, and I haven't grown a single one. They've been there for like 2 weeks. You know what? I don't think they're watered, to be honest. I don't think I watered them today. Let's go ahead and crank out the old golden watering can and slap some water down on these guys. There we go. Yeah, it's a regular watering can for everything else. This is Antonio's house, the anteater we just ran into a minute ago. So we know he's out wandering around the town. Oh, this is interesting. This here are pink hibiscus or whatever's in season. And they look purple to me, so that's really interesting. Yeah. I think it's interesting that they really look more purple than anything else. Oh, these trees over here are all hardwood trees. So these are all used to be money trees, and then I just transplanted them over here so we could shake them for twigs and other things like that. They really don't have much purpose. We have white pansies breeding here, and I'm trying to get them to produce blue pansies. I've been able to produce about 2 or 3 out of this, but it's mostly just filled in with more white pansies. These are white. So I'm trying. And see, I put these little stools in a bunch of places because there's not a lot of furniture I can craft. Prime Daughter can craft more, like she's able to do these benches. I can't do these benches. These benches look really nice, I think. Cosmos, same thing. I'm trying to, let's see, produce, I think whites are supposed to be able to produce, I don't have my chart with me, I think it's blue that they produce on their own, but I've only gotten white out of here and I've filled up the whole box. I'd have to recheck the chart. But also I'm just kind of, I started with some and now I'm, you know, gaining more as we go along. I'll try fishing one more time. I like fishing, so it bums me that for some reason the stream causes issues with fishing. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, see, normally I was going to catch the fish every time, but for some reason the timing's just off. Oh, there you go. Thank you, sweetie.
I realized that you didn't have it.
Actually, white and white isn't really supposed to produce anything. Red and white is supposed to produce pink, or has a chance to produce pink, I should say. And red and yellow should produce orange, or has a chance to produce orange. So I've gotten several oranges and, like I said, 1 pink. So I've had much more success so far with oranges. So really over here, since white and white really doesn't produce anything on its own, these are just kind of multiplying the whites. And this section of yellow is just multiplying the yellows. And you know, it gives me a place if I want whites to do something else with. I can come dig here. And this is kind of what I'm doing with the yellow pansies here. It's just growing more yellow pansies, because yellow and yellow doesn't do anything. And sounds like a balloon. Whoops. Hello, balloon.
What color is it?
I don't know. I can't see it. Aha.
Look, What does red mean?
I don't know. We'll find out.
You told us
There we go.
the colors of balloons and what they do.
I looked it up someday. I don't remember what it was, though.
I remember that green is mysterious, I think.
Let's see. What did we get here? We got a shellfish. Pochette. 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 I don't know what that word is, honestly. Pocket? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that term.
Hitting balloons.
Hello, Blaneyza. If I'm saying that word right, the name right, sorry. Yes, I'm working on a tour now. I'm kind of going around the island, so. What is that? Oh, it's like a purse or something, I guess. Okay, sure. Alright. Yes, yeah, we're doing a tour of the island, and if you happen to just be joining, I recently hit 5 stars, and you know, I'm proud of the island. I like what we've done with it, but it's by no means extraordinary. Like, I've been to some of these islands that are just jaw-dropping in how they've decorated and everything. So I think what I like about what I've done with this island, or well, what my whole family has done with the island, because it's not just me that plays, is it's relatively simple, but it's effective, and you know, it does pretty well. So this, I just kind of skipped by it while I was talking. So like even simple things like this, little beach chairs, just putting these beach chairs out in a few places just helps give it a little extra, you know, decorative value. And it just kind of makes sense. Like you might be walking up the beach and say, yeah, you know, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. Yeah. This little area up here was just kind of like it looks at this rock area and you're like, what am I going to do with this thing? So my daughter decided to kind of concentrate a bunch of musical items around here. Like I said, I got a second marimba and I happened to put it in my house, but this is the first one. So it's the same as the one in my house. And this is like a wooden finch, which is a DIY thing. Let me see if I can get to it. Because it clicks or something. Yeah. It's percussive sounding.
Do you always bring them on Sundays?
This is just like a bell for like a fighter's bell. It sounds like something you might have in a boxer ring. This is a gong. That's pretty cool. I always like that. This is a little DJ set. I don't know where they got that, but it's pretty cool. Jam out. This is one of the family's favorite songs for sure. Bubblegum KK. It's a good classic. This is a thumb piano. It's got a really cool sound, I have to say. Yeah. It's a trap set. You can actually sit in the little stool and kind of jam out. I mean, you just hit the A button a bunch of times. There's really not a lot of rhythm control, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's cute. I like it, so it's really cool. I like that little part here. Now, we've been around the periphery, but let's go ahead and hike up a ladder. Now, there are ramps on the other side, but when I come around this way, I just use a ladder. This is one of our headwaters areas, and these are the cosmos. Now, according to the little chart I downloaded somewhere, red and red cosmos have a chance to create a black cosmos. I'm very sad. I've never gotten one, and these guys have been here like 3 weeks. Yeah. These little mum cushions are adorable. I made a couple of these, and they're just kind of a nice little place to sit and look out. In the same way the pansies down here, the pansies are supposed to have a shot to make a black pansy with red pansies, and I haven't generated any black pansies either, so sad about that, but oh well, we'll keep trying. This is obviously our cherry grove. It's our fruit on the 3rd level. It goes down to our the house of our newest resident, which is Kitty.
Show them Kitty's house.
I'll go over there in just a second. This is the main area where I'm trying to get different color hyacinth. I've been able to get several orange hyacinth in here, but it's been slow going. Oh shoot, I missed. Oh, okay. I'll try to get that later. So it's going, but it's there, but it's not coming out. Now, like the white windflowers we had near my house, these are red windflowers with orange interspersed, which, just checking my chart says it should have a chance to produce pink. I have not produced any pink here. I do have, I think, 2 pink that I got from another friend's island, and this is one of them here. And there's a chance that blue and pink will make a purple, and blue will make a purple. That's kind of the theory. So in this box, I'm trying to get purple windflowers. We'll see how that goes. You know, that design just kind of helps. Red lilies here. On the chart I had red and red lilies together have a chance to create a black lily, so I'm working on black lilies there in that little box. Alright, now this is Kitty's house. Now outside Kitty's house we have like a play area with like the foosball table, which is really cool. A dartboard, a little baseball chair, cherry speakers, a couple of wooden toys, pinball machine. It actually, it's hard to see it from this angle, but yeah, it actually has a little ball going around, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Wisp. I don't know if I want to do the wisp thing or not. Where did he go?
It's right there.
I don't know, I guess. Here, I'll do wisp today. What's up, wisp? Sup, bro? Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy on your island, but he's interesting. I guess he only comes out at night, because I've only seen him at night, so.
How do you have a heart? You're a goat.
What's up? Alright. Stuck like this. Oh no. Now you just gotta go wander around with your net and try to net them. Alright, now if anyone remembers from a previous stream, we used to have Opal here, and Opal just recently moved out. And we got a new person, Kitty.
She's still in boxes.
Now this is Kitty's first day, so she's still in boxes, but we want to say hi. Because she's adorable. I bet you will. Well, just wanted to say hello.
On Friday or the day before, Dad invited a guy to our, well, I let him in, but we made this thing
Alright,
online
cool.
where we gave away our dodo code for the time I was online, and the really interesting thing that people came for was Opal, because she was in boxes ready to leave. And so we let people, only 2 people came. One
Alright.
ran around the island and the other took Opal.
Now this is Marina's house, and of course her curtain is closed but her light's on, because I mean she's home, right? Let's say hi to Marina, see what she's doing. Marina's crafting something. Marina's got a cute little house. Oh, she's got a pinball machine. I don't remember seeing that before. She's got the infamous ironwood kitchen cabinet, which is really cool looking. I wish I could have that for my kitchen.
Your actual life
Oh,
kitchen?
your eyes are so cute when they're like that.
She's got a pinball machine. Look at this.
Have to learn.
Hold on, I gotta play pinball.
Pinball's fun.
Did you win?
You can't lose, you can only win. Just it takes you how long it takes.
Why would you buy me the eye if you weren't Harry?
The same.
Anyway, pinball's kind of fun. Let's do it. Marina's working. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to push you, darling.
Sorry. No!
Nope.
Extra
Long
sofa.
log, extra long sofa. I almost said long, extra long. That's funny. Mountain. Alright, cool. Hey, please. I'd love to. Well, aren't you sweet? Thank you. Pooper soup. Oh my goodness. It's spread to everybody.
Wait, what?
Everyone will soon be calling me Kawaii
Thank you.
Chan, and their catchphrase is still pooper soup. No!
No, not doing any of that. Stop.
Stop.
Stop pushing my door.
Alright, so of course this area I'm kind of working on colored lilies. Lilies was the last flower I really got going because I just, they weren't available until recently. So, anyway, red and yellow together should have a chance to produce orange. Red and white together should have a chance to produce pink. I've gotten some pink ones, have not seen an orange one yet. This is our most recent bridge. Oh, this is our Lost Woods. Basically, you can get lost in here, sorta. I used to fill this whole area, but we had to make some room because Red would stop by and it would be hard to find his boat. So, anyway, now it's easy to find his boat. And now it's semi-lost woods. Over here I do have some Pansy breeding. This is yellow and red, so we're trying to make, I believe, orange. Let's see, red and yellow, yeah, to make orange. And I do have those orange that I showed you near Abel's sister's shop. Those are brought from another island, so they weren't grown here. And then coming around, this is the second area. That's a headwaters. This is just the side of my house. These are the tulips. Red and white together, of course, is pink. And it's also around this area. Good night, Xander. I plant money trees. Every day I dig up the little money spot, plant a tree, and 3 days later I get bells, which is great. And so I have a cycle of 4 of them, I guess. So, back to the house. Let's go over here. I didn't go this way earlier. These are the pear trees that go over this way. There's, of course, that bridge we were just at. So many layers. Nice little bench here. Kind of overlooks the Bamboo Zen area and Peggy's house. We'll come back around to Peggy's house in a second. So this is our little bamboo garden area. Texas, our Texas, all hail the mighty state. So, here we have a nice little
Flag?
bamboo garden with a little mum seat.
What is our flag look like again?
We'll go by in a minute. Alright, so this is where I have most of the mums going. Now, the red mum, white mum, supposed to have a chance to give you a pink mum. I've been able to catch, I don't know, 4 or 5 pink mums, I guess.
And they're
Most
really
of them
cute.
are over here, and I have a few in the main field. They're nice looking.
Go to the paint sign. He has a whole bunch of pink flowers.
Alright, now let's see. This is Peggy's house. Peggy's adorable. She put up the paw print door plate that I gave her. It's cute.
We love Peggy. Oh, she's
Peggy
wearing,
is Peppy.
She's wearing the hat that I gave her.
Wow, she's got a dragonfly. Oh, she's got a frozen treat. How cute.
Talk to her.
Hello, Peggy.
Don't worry about what time it is. Let's just hang out.
You're right. Let's just hang out.
Some new moved in today. Have you already said hi? I want to meet them too.
Yeah, we all want to meet them. Stop by and chat. They're in boxes.
Met them.
See, do I have anything to give you? I could give you red, yellow roses. Yeah, that's fine. How about that? Let me. Oh well. I know it was you. Not bad.
Soup? Was that the first time you see the word Cooper soup?
I'm gonna give you a pretty flower. Oh, I can't give you the flower?
It's
Oh.
a bud.
Oh, that's not. You want a stick? Oh, no, she's not gonna want a stick.
Give her a firefly. You got heck a lot of those.
She don't want a firefly.
Oh, heck no. And
How about,
give her your golden thing.
Girlfriend. No, that ain't gonna be a thing. Come on now. Well, I thought I could give you a flower, but I'm glad you like it. Alright. Well. Bye. Totes fab. Totes fab. Alright.
People do we have following us?
I'm not sure. Okay, so this little area, of course, is our campsite. What I've done is just arranged a variety of yellow flowers on this side, red flowers on this side, you know, just because. And hedges, hollies in the back, so that'll look nice, I guess, in the winter. That's usually when hollies bloom. It's kind of like a outdoor cooking area. I mean, we've got like a fire pit looking thing here.
That's
I have
my big
no idea what
statue.
this is supposed to be.
That's my ancient statue that Red faked.
A ship that didn't really fit in, but looks nice. A brick oven, so you know, hello pizza, yum yum. Maybe it's
Ooh,
maybe it's bunny corn pizza. Yes,
The villagers put their sticks in there.
maybe it's bunny corn pizza. And a freezer, if I can change. Just need a mirror, that's all. Alright, I'm not gonna change. But that's just so funny. Yes, I think it's officially bunny corn pizza. Alright, let's talk to Mint, see how she's doing.
Have you ever made any videos with Mint in it?
Maybe? I'm not sure. Mint is the most adorable little squirrel ever. And she has all rattan furniture and the cutest little stand-up shower. I mean, a true one-bedroom studio.
Adorable.
Hello, Mint.
So you do feel free to make yourself comfortable. Ashley, yes.
Who's Ashley?
About your special
Let me
skill.
see.
Designing. That's
Designing.
the one.
Oh. Are you good at designing, Ashley?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
Oh, of course. You two do seem quite close. I doubt you
Everything, of course.
wouldn't want a friendship like that.
But what about our friendship? Mint. I want to encourage you to yoga. That's I don't understand. I don't understand why that's encouraging, but okay. I'll live with it.
It looks like yelling.
Yeah. I know. It looks like you're just screaming at him. Like, okay. Encouraging, sure. Alright, this course goes back around to my house. Now, this little piece of river here lets me jump across and show you. Now you can see it a little bit better from the map, but I've spelled out the island name And I've started to fill it in with different color flowers. So I've put pink flowers on the P, orange on the E. I have black and blue on the other E, and then I have purple on the N.
And I run through all of them.
So I've got, this is the one pink cosmos I've grown. Only one on the whole island. It's right there.
Wow.
A couple of the pink mums I mentioned. So I guess I got 6 total because I got 3 over there next to Peggy's house. We've got actually a good number of pink roses. And then we got like 2 or 3 pink lilies. That's one of them. Orange hyacinth, I've got about 4 of them, and one of them is here. And the other one's in that rainbow that I was showing you earlier. We have a lot of orange roses and a lot of orange windflowers. But we also have, I think, 1 orange... No, that's a windflower too. No, actually I think that's it. That's all we've got that's orange so far. Oh, cosmos. We do have an orange cosmos, but I'm trying to breed more of them before I put them over here. So get a few more of those and I'll put them over here. I've actually been able to spawn quite a few black roses. Of course, black roses are just a minor variation of red growing together. So I actually have quite a few black roses. And then black tulips, again a minor variation of red tulips growing together. So I've got a decent number of black tulips as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to get enough black flowers to fill this out, so I started doing half black, half blue, but I might end up with enough black flowers to not need the blue. We'll see. And then purple, I only, other than the purple I'm using in decorating other areas, I only have a few extra. And purple comes, roses comes from breeding white and white roses, and then mums comes from breeding white and white as well. And there's a small chance for each one of those. So, anyway, eventually that's really going to look cool with it all filled out with flowers. But for now, it's kind of in the interim stages. Now, this is a small mini park that we have, with mostly some sitting areas, blocks, little library books, you know, something like that. Kind of nice. This is Mott's house. We got an exercise bar right outside his house because he's a big workout guy. Go in and say hi to Mott. This is Mott's house, man. He's picked up a lot of creatures. And an exercise bike. Wow, people have given him a lot of critters. He's got a mosquito. That's hilarious. Hey Mott, what's up? I made it. Yes, that's totally what I came here for. Sure, sure. Now the catfish I gave him because he gave me a little personal quest and said, hey man, can you go find me a catfish? I'm like, okay, sure. I went and got him a catfish, so. Looks like an exercise bike someone must have given him. Let's see, do I have anything to give him? Just like a bug. I don't even have a decent fish. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and learn that. Cool. Bye, Mott. Wee. Okay, this is basically back around to where we've been. So let me think about if there's anything I haven't shown you. This is where the nooks and crannies is. This is third daughter's house. Oh, here's Chester. Let's talk to him real quick. What's up, Chester? It's real dark out. Okay. Sure. Could be. You are one lucky man. Alright then. Cool.
What did I miss?
Let's see. Here we have Bones' house. This is right off the airport, by the way. The airport's right here. So right off the airport, we have Bones' house.
That used to be Myra's house, but she left us.
Oh, and he's out on a snack run, so he's out on the island somewhere. This is a cool little flower sign that fell from a balloon, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if I walked around this park earlier. So we got the teacup ride, little seats, little zebra dude, the ball area, cute little slide, vending machines, cotton candy, sack of tires, and the barbecue area. So it's like a good little grill area, smoker, pretty cool, pretty cool.
We have a beautiful park.
And of course the museum. I'm sure you guys all have your own museum, so. Old Blathers. Oh, how did I miss that guy? I mean, he's right there. Hello. Really? Seriously?
How many followers do you have?
I don't know. This is Prime Daughter's house. She just changed her door to be a fish and a barn door. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the island. I can't think if there's anything that I didn't really show off.
Wispies.
Oh yeah, we want to do the wisp thing. Totally forgot. I guess this is the third one. Eh. Ah, yep, the third piece. Cool.
Oh wait. After you do the wisp thing, you need to do the anniversary photos.
I do.
You said you'd do them today. Do
Yeah. Yeah, that's my other plan. After the tour, I was going to do the anniversary thing, but now I got to find Wisp stuff. Wait, did I sit on something?
Yeah.
Is there a thing here?
It was an accident.
There's not supposed to be a stump there. Mm. Mm.
It was an accident. I was getting trees for wood because they didn't have any fruit on them.
You know what?
I didn't
I gave you that
realize
whole area of hardwood and pine forest that you could go to. The whole area. Mm-hmm. Now, last time I was helping Wisp out, like, there was a piece hidden over here in the orange orchard. So I'm kind of wondering if a lot of times it's hard to see.
Dad.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
is.
go.
Have you ever seen
Alright, not bad.
if you say no to wisp?
Nope.
Once I said no for a few seconds, but then I agreed to do it because I didn't really know what was going to happen, but I agreed to myself that the next time I see him, I will ask, well, I will say no. And I'll just
Where was Wisp? He was over with the cherries, right? Yeah, I think so.
Merry
know I could just use the ladder, right? He was somewhere over here. With Kitty's house.
There.
There he is.
Do you think
Oops.
we should try saying no?
Hello, dude. Hand them over. Nah.
What? Oh, it's not kidding around. You are kidding around. You really do want to.
Okay.
What do you think he's-
Okay, fine.
Like, that's how far I went.
What else am I gonna do with them?
If it lets you keep them, maybe you could either keep
Ta-da.
it and get a recipe, or you could sell them.
That'd be interesting if there's a recipe that was like pieces of wisp. What?
I feel wonderful. Why is it always
Flooring. Oh, actually, I need flooring. That's good.
flooring? He never gives me flooring. Excuse me,
Let's
sir?
do something new. Why not? It doesn't matter because you don't know what's new anyway. I've done this a few times, so. Just adjusting my fan. Cute white tile flooring. Sure.
Farewell.
Okay. Cool.
The next time I meet you, Wisp, I will say no to you and see what happens.
Alright. Well, that was cool. Yay, Wisp. He's kind of fun. Hopefully you've run into him on your island. Alright, so now I have decided, under much deliberation, that I will go wedding stuff.
You've been married before. You know what the photos You shall know what the photos look like because I did them badly.
So obviously, if you've played any in June, you've got the call from Harv that says, hey,
Well, if you've
come
never,
help.
if you've never played
Hello?
the game,
Yeah.
or if you've never met Harv,
Yeah.
he won't call
He says, come help with anniversary or wedding day or something. I don't know.
you.
So,
But if you have met him,
I'm gonna go help.
and if you've never been to his island, go
Sup,
to his
bro?
island because you can take cool photos there. You can copy furniture. You can get anything that you've ever had in your life on this island. Anything you've ever picked up will be sent to storage.
You know
in
what?
that
Just real
place.
quick. I'm going to go sell off this stuff.
So yeah, so you know, none of it will go inside your pockets when you're done. You can't pick anything up.
That's fine. I just want to sell the stuff. Get it out of the way.
And I'm talking to the people who are watching. But still, you can't use anything inside your pockets while you're there.
I'm keeping summer shells because there are a couple of recipes that require them.
Farewell, Peggy. Wait, when did the shop close?
10.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
20
it is
minutes ago.
10. So pineapple will be
Did we
excited
talk to
see
Bones
it.
earlier? I don't think we did. Hello, Bones. Cool Bros was visiting the other day.
My friend that visited.
Very first relocator. Well, that's cool. That was a relative of ours that came to visit. That was fun.
Their account. That is their name. You may not search it up, please. And I will not tell you the code because I don't know it myself.
Alright, so let's head off to Harv's Island.
Yeah. And you can go to Harv's Island anytime you want to. You just have to go there and say, I want to fly, and then where to, and then you say Harv's Island. And then boom, off you go. Roger that, good buddy. I can say you up right now, but are you ready? All packed and stuff? Time to take off.
Let's go.
Okay,
Alright.
Let's get you airborne. Dodo 1, this is Dodo Tower Rover. Copy. We got Walker who needs wings. Over. Roger. Ready when you are. Okay, have a good flight, friend. And when you need to travel, just think, what would dodos do?
What would dodos do? Trash TV in a camera
look,
case.
You get to see them.
Give a quack to wing back. Sure thing.
French toast static.
Whole lot of radio chatter going on.
Yonder.
Yonder.
Once you get off
Alright,
the
bro.
bridge, you will.
Hello.
Yeah, I feel like you're so groovy. Like, I'm kind of real. Okay, but hopefully we do have lovely sets. Prepping them ourselves will get a bit ticklish.
Hello.
His eyes! His eyes look so weird under his glasses.
Hello, Reese. And Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Well, hello. Bro. Cool.
You're gonna want to do this daily because you're gonna keep asking me for new photos.
June is wedding season. Alright. See, we were married just before June, so almost.
His eyes look so weird. You can actually see him now.
My wedding sets are slightly behind. A neat bird flew by and there went all of May. Squirrel. Alright.
I've never seen his eyes before.
Help the shutter dog out. Sure.
Also, he's gonna have.
I like it how you get an option. Sure, it'd be fun, or, well, I guess. There's no. The option of no is just don't show up. That's so funny. Yeah.
And
Actually, my kitchen.
Let me know if you get hungry. Not my kitchen studios. Also, that's not flooring. It has some rug on the flooring. Oh, one thing. You
Alpaca. Alright.
Since when does it ever let us see his eyes? His eyes look so weird when you can actually see them.
Alright, bro.
Hello there. Nice to meet you.
I'm Reese. My hubby, my darling.
Make sure
Good
you
to
do a
meet
good
ya.
job.
I just know these photos are gonna be so romantic. Ah. Sure. Aw.
Right, hon? That's much sweeter than sweet.
Aw.
Bye. Oh, you're such a romantic. Oh! Sorry.
Okay.
Sky Guy made some furniture for the thing, and each day...
Our entire wedding day, okay. Sure.
They're gonna do pink and white, so don't customize it.
Psy guy. Sure. Wedding furniture,
He's
okay.
gonna make more every day.
My schmoopy. Oh my.
And if
That's so funny.
If you do a good job,
An
they can
event
use
tab? What's an
crystals.
event tab?
It will give you a new tab in your storage thing with wedding
Ceremony
that Sly Guy
photo.
made.
Okay. Wedding chapel. Sure. Okay.
So romantic.
So romantic.
Also, you can't invite
Plenty of
anyone else.
pink and white. Plenty of pink and white. Okay, I think I got that clear. Pink. Sorry, I'm busting out the
You should not customize
earbuds there. Apologies. Wow,
You
okay.
know how to access your phone? Press
All right.
L to
So,
get ready to take the photo. Press the down button. Press the left button, the storage. Left.
what? Oh.
There.
Oh, hello.
You're gonna be using wedding benches and those wall decorations. You already have the rug. You have the rug, walls, and flooring already. You don't have to do that. You can copy them by pressing ZR, like how you would open your reactions.
Too late.
It's still pretty easy to copy them.
Nope.
Would you like me to do this for you?
No.
You're not
How do I
holding
pick
it.
up the bench? I want the bench, not the rug. Thank you.
Wait, do ceremonies actually look like that?
Depends on where they're held.
It's a lot different from what I did.
That's
When
okay.
I did it, everyone asked if it was a church. You're gonna have to move your character.
Meep meep.
You can also move your character in there by pressing A on it and moving it to a different area. Just like the same you do with furniture. You can also change your character's clothes because it won't let you change your clothes in the game. You're too close.
Let's see, is there room for another one?
Well, that's uneven.
What?
That's uneven.
I wanted a copy.
This.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
That's how you copy.
Whoops.
And Y is
Oh,
to
perfect.
take it out.
We can get 3 rows.
Y
Perfect.
remove. To be honest, just look at the guide. Since that is uneven, it won't work.
What? Come on, turn the right way. There. All you had to do is do that the first time.
It's
Oh,
uneven.
no.
It won't work.
Well, that's silly. Get back to even.
I told you before. It's not even.
Nope. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, I bet they want a bunch of people.
You can't invite anyone. It won't let you do that.
there. Close.
Also, you might have to be the best man.
Oh, put it right in the right spot.
Nice.
Alright, that's cool. Now what else?
If you want, go to your character spot and press X to change the clothes if you want.
Oh, flowers. Flowers are good.
Don't change them. They're gonna
Wait.
stick with you. That's the wall.
Oops.
That's how to change it. No. No.
No, we want them just like that. White and pink, just like they wanted.
Yes. If you do anything wrong, they'll probably take away your crystals. And if you get enough crystals, you can buy some wedding stuff from the husband. Is that what they're supposed to look like?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
You've been to a marriage before. Don't you know what a ceremony is supposed to look like?
How do I go? Oh, there we go. Let's keep them at the same height. Sure.
Did you press the wrong button?
That seems nice.
What I did was I put those everywhere on the walls.
Okay.
I put them everywhere.
That seems pretty good to me.
I've never been to a wedding, so I didn't know what I was doing. You have more experience, so see, I'll take a picture, and if you want, you can take your character out.
Sure.
She's gonna ask you to be the photographer.
Oh. Sure, sure.
Every time you come, they're gonna ask you again and again for your
Uh-huh.
photos and for you to be the photographer.
Okay, cool.
Press L to put a frame.
Let me move
and
out of the way
X
here.
to take it or get it.
Alright,
Press minus to
so...
take your character out.
Well, sure, yeah. Oh, there you go. She's just gone.
L, you can add date, time, frame, both, and other stuff.
That's actually pretty
ZL,
good.
you can do pop, drama, sharp, soft, normal.
That's one good one.
like to do that?
What?
I gave you a frame. Nice frame.
Oh, that's cute.
Cinema,
Cinema.
time, date,
No.
frame and date, none. And then the thing under it would be the ways you could do it. You can't see it. I think that's sharp, that's soft, that's dramatic.
Ooh. Do any of these really look good?
No.
I don't know. No, that's not. No. Mm-mm.
That's normal.
I like normal the best, personally.
I used to like soft, but you can't exactly see the name of which one it is because of that thing.
Alright, now let's try a different angle.
Press this to help move it down or up or any way you want it. Press R to make them look at you. Press R to make them look at you if you want. It makes a whistle sound that makes them look at you. Press ZR to give them a reaction if you want. And press R again to get them to stop staring at you. Nora? Yes? It's 10. Go to bed. Also, Dad, could you please turn off the bright light? We do have the rule. As long as you're quiet, you can stay up as long as you want.
Hey Google, turn off office hydro lamp. Okay.
I don't like the cinema one so much.
I don't know, it just looks good.
That's a bit close.
Yep.
That's too close.
Nope. Definitely not.
Press home to see the photos after going into
What's a
items.
home?
Home button. Press home button and then go to album if you want to see the pictures.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
That's the end.
I
Show
like
them
those.
the happy anniversary one that I took.
Oh,
That's the
This
first
is the
one
one
I
she
did
did, huh?
because I'm the only person who attended this.
oh, well,
I'm
okay.
using the soft one. And I edited it saying happy birthday. Happy anniversary.
Alright, well that looks good to me. What do you guys think?
What?
Yes. Oh, okay. Sure.
Goodness, it's everything I could have ever wanted. They're gonna see that if you feel it or not. And then she'll give you some crystals, and then you can use those crystals to buy stuff from that guy.
Okay, well thank you. A
It's also
wedding
gonna
bench.
give you
Wow, that's
furniture.
cool. Okay, well I need more furniture, so you're good. Heart crystals. That sounds pretty.
The more you come by, the more she will give you, and if you do it correctly, she'll keep giving them. I gave
Okay.
these to villagers. I I sold some. They don't suffer that much, but I still love them.
Okay, a little more on the quiet side. Just turn the volume down.
Sorry. I'm a bit too loud.
Cool. Alright. Well, sure. Maybe I'll come back another day. Captured a memory. Sure. Yeah. You got it, buddy. Alright, well that's all you guys got for today, huh? Next thing, another day. Cool. Well, I like this so far. It's kind of fun. It's cute. You know, I don't actually do a lot of design stuff. I don't spend a whole lot of time in my house. But I spend a little time, so, you know. Alright, I will think about it. You got it, buddy boy. Dooderific doodleliciousness. Come on, man. Take down these fences. I want to wander your island, bro. Let's see what kind of pizza you got. Oh my gosh, you have bunny corn too. Wow. It's like the best pizza ever. Yeah, I might do that again. Item delivery and liquidation services. Huh. Ditch some cargo to fly free. Feel free to offload some of your goods with us. We can send them to your home base or buy them. Wow. Really? That's a thing? Huh. Okay, well. I've never seen this thing before. Is this new? Wow. Okay, so I guess that's new from Dodo Airlines. Is that just... Wow. Well, for now, I'm gonna go home. I don't have any really thing to deliver, but that may... I'm gonna test that theory out, I think. In fact, I think I will. I guess it's a new feature they added, which is pretty cool. Hello, Dragon the Master. How are you? Thanks for coming in and saying hi. We just finished up Harv's Island, and the initial... This is my first time to head over there for the wedding anniversary stuff. I've been over to Harv's Island a little while ago, but first time to do that. This was my first shot at it. I don't know, I thought it went pretty good. It looked pretty nice. This new delivery service intrigues me. I'm gonna go see if that, like how that actually works, because sometimes when I go grab resources at a mystery island, I run out of space. And I still want to do stuff. But if I could have stuff shipped home, hey, what a deal. I'm gonna test that out. I'm doing pretty good, Dragon. Nice evening. Nice island, better than mine. Well, now, we have a family of 4 that are playing. This is actually my daughter's island. My prime daughter. And my two other daughters also play. And then I play as well. I've kind of put myself in charge of decorating. And that's mostly flowers and trees, so I've arranged a lot of the flowers and trees in the island. I also put together this flag. We're from Texas, so. Well, I guess maybe you weren't watching earlier. I can do another quick run tour of the island. I don't mind doing that before I take off. And check out a mystery island. We did recently hit 5 stars, and I would say I've looked at a lot of islands, traveled to a couple of people's islands, and ours is very low-key. There's not a lot of exceptional cool features, but it's got a basic setup and a basic set of furniture and services, so I like it. I think it's pretty good. So that was the main plaza. This is my, I started 3 days ago. You know, it actually takes a while to get going. I didn't really get into the game until my kids have been playing for probably 3 or 4 weeks. So, and then I really kind of got into it. And they'd already built up the island quite a bit. So, it takes a little bit to get going at the very beginning, but once it gets going, it goes pretty well.
Ooh, who's been texting?
You know, you just got to be sure to do things on a daily basis to help build the island, you know. Get resources together and look for recipes and shoot down balloons and, you know, all kinds of things. Oh, little things if you didn't know. It's helpful to know these things. These are all fruit trees here, by the way. These are apple. But if you get to hardwood trees, which are either pine trees or money trees that you've shook the money off of, 2 of those hardwood trees, as long as you have at least 7 of them on your island, 2 of them will have furniture every day. Now they'll also have wasps in them too, but if you just give up, and this is a fruit tree too, but you give it one shake, and a piece of furniture might fall out with a little leaf. If you do, great, free furniture. If not, just move on to the next tree. So that's a helpful little tip. That'll help you beef out your island quite a bit. You know, you get basically 2 things you can put out somewhere every day. This little rock outcropping here, there wasn't much going on here, but I found a recipe for these mum cushions, which is just kind of a cute little seat. You know, what else are you going to do on a rock, really? So I put a couple of those out. Mountain bike, pretty sure mountain bike fell out of a balloon. Beach chair and a cooler. Coolers, freezers, refrigerators, these are very interesting. They're decorative, they go with the space, but they also allow you to change your clothes, which is interesting. And, if you didn't know this, well, once you have a wand, it'll let you edit wand outfits. But it links to the inventory you have in your house. So this is all the clothes I have sitting around in my house in storage, which is pretty cool because you don't have to be in your house to get changed. Stuff that's in your house. So that's kind of neat. If you didn't know that, that's pretty useful. I think I mentioned these are orange trees, the ones that go this way on this set of sidewalks. And then the apple trees are along these paths that go this direction. This is Hippo's house. He's out and around the island right now. This is our inland lake. It's our only still lake. Everything else is a river or headwaters. Oh, here's Hippo. Hello, Hippo. Hey, Mountain. Really going for it? Sure. I don't know. Maybe. This guy's very cerebral. Okay, hot cider. Sure. Yeah, you got it. That's yum yum. Thank you. So I've done a lot of work with flowers. This is one of the areas where I'm trying to get, let's see, orange windflowers. Orange windflowers just make orange windflowers. They don't do anything special. So I'm just kind of making a few more orange ones. Let's see, looking for an old friend on Sea of Thieves, and I did not find him, but I decided to go to Animal Crossing and I found you. Well, cool. Thanks for wandering in. So welcome in. Hope you enjoy the stay. You know, let's do a little tour for you. I did a tour earlier at the top of the broadcast, but you know, we'll do another one. I don't mind.
Please subscribe to us.
So this area here, just a little bamboo forest. I ended up on a bamboo island at one point and brought a whole bunch back. So it's got another one of these little mum cushions. You just kind of sit with your buddy the panda bear, chew on some bamboo leaves or something. Now, let's see, these are tiki torches. Those are kind of cool looking. Makes a nice little accent light on the way to my house. These little trees over here that are growing, they're money trees. So if you didn't know this, also, if you only played 3 days, you might not have figured this one out yet, but there's a little glowing spot in the ground where you dig and you get 1,000 bells. If you put money in there and bury it, it'll grow a money tree. And like 3 days later, you'll be able to shake money off that tree. Now, it only works one time, but you get that little glowing spot every day. Each character that logs into your box will get one spot every day. So like there's 4 of us that play, and every day there are 4 that show up, but each character gets one. So I'm eventually here gonna put purple and black, but I don't have enough purple to do it right now, so I'm using pink. So that's what I'm going to eventually have there. This is a symbol for Texas A&M. I kind of drew that and put it on the ground. So what do you know? I'm an A&M fan. Not sure where you're from, but it's a college in Texas, university. So.
Hey Dad, is it bad that when I put my iPad to charge, when I felt the charger, is it bad that it felt a bit moist?
I'm not sure. So starting in the house here, this is the main room that you come into, is the kitchen. And I had it in the back room, but I decided to make the main room when I got the upstairs, and I moved my bedroom to the upstairs, basically. So a lot of these little gadgets you can kind of, you know, play with by walking up to them and clicking them. You get a little steam puff out of the rice cooker here. Again, a fridge, so you can change your clothes. I don't know why they did that. That's a little weird, but okay. Whatever. Toaster. Toaster's adorable. It pops toast. And, oops, let me turn it the right way.
Didn't you already show them this?
There's a fish on the toast. Isn't that cute?
Oh wait, he texted. And
I know that I buried 10,000 once and got yes, yeah, exactly. And so that 10,000 to get 30,000, it happens every day. So I actually have a cycle of 4 or 5 trees. I don't remember how many days exactly it takes, but I've got 1 tree going, and so you know every day I'm getting 30,000 bells because I've got a cycle of it going. So it's relatively easy to do. I gotta tell the people that live on my island to leave my money trees alone, but they're pretty good about that. So so this spot here is kind of like, it's got a sand flooring, which is really cool, and then it's kind of a, you know, dark wooded area. So I've got plants and some of the bugs that I've got from Flick. I don't know if you've had Flick come by your island yet, but Flick will do little bug statues if you give him 3 bugs. He's one of the characters that comes by every once in a while.
Mr. Pineapple, our special guest. Please
And
like and subscribe.
this this back room just has a flooring and a wall. There's nothing there because I recently switched it
chair.
around. So
There's a chair.
yeah, there's really nothing to see, so I'm not going back there.
It's a chair.
So thanks for following, by the way. Appreciate that. This is the little underwater room. Now this was a room I recently redid, and the idea here is now this the flooring and the wall I just noticed, or it just came available for this summer, so just a couple of days ago. And it looks really cool. And then I just decided to put some fish in here. Now, from CJ, I've gotten the zebra turkey fish figurine and the bluegill figurine. And then, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes when you place other fish, you get like an aquarium type thing. And so some of the ones that look a little cooler and that came with an aquarium I put out. And then snapping turtle, it just puts the snapping turtle out. So he looks like he's just going to wander around, which is pretty cool.
They don't move. They stay in the spot that you put
Yeah,
them.
but they don't go anywhere, so.
Ooh, wait.
Anyway,
Named it yet? Did you name it Pissy?
no.
Name it Pissy.
Okay, I'm not. Down in the basement, I'm just starting this room, but I'm going to have kind of
Music thing?
a music area. So I've got a piano and I've got a marimba. I'll show you a music area we have on the island later. We'll get to that. It had a marimba already, so I didn't really have a use for a second one, so I decided to keep it at my house.
Didn't we show them your music area?
Yeah, but Dragon joined in later, so I'm just going to do another short tour.
I hope you like our channel, Dragon.
Yeah, so the bedroom here, it's a imperial, it's kind of pieces that fell. Again, I either got these from trees or balloons for the most part. I don't know how to make these or anything. And I didn't buy it, so I'm pretty sure it's either balloon or fell out of a tree. So again, if you don't know that trick already of shaking the trees to get furniture, it's very useful. So it's a good tip. It's a good thing to do. So a cool little imperial bed, an imperial chest, little nightstand, couple of lava lamps, tea set on a little tea table. Little table, you guys get the Switch by default, I believe. At least I did when I started the game. I assume that's everybody. So, little table to sit at. Kind of cute. Where did I put above the door? Oh, I can't remember. And then this is funny. I just find this hilarious. They called this a yucca, and I've lived in the desert for a long time. I lived in the desert for 10 years. I don't anymore, but that's not a yucca. That is, I used to have those at the house. It's a banana plant. It's a banana tree, so. Oh, that little switch was like, it was like, I thought it was a default gift you got when you started the game kind of thing. It was, just sent to me in the mail. We all got it. But I don't know. I also looked. I think it's maybe a monthly rotating gift you get, and maybe it's only for certain months. I'm not sure. So yeah, if you didn't get one, maybe it's just because it's for a rotating month from another month. This is basically a field of tulips where I'm basically looking for orange tulips, basically. And this is one of our two headwaters areas. So sometimes you can find salmon over here because of that. This is the Lost Forest. Now, I've already shooken these trees today for the furniture, but let me just show you what I meant. Right? You do one little shake like that, and a little leaf will fall out with furniture in it. That's kind of the idea. It'll work with any of these hardwood trees. That's this one, or I'll show you the others later that are just dead money trees, you know. Used to be money trees. If you've had Red come to your island, this is kind of like the little back beach where he parks his boat. This is Marina's house. She was crafting earlier, so let's see if she's still crafting. She probably will be. Yep, Marina's still crafting. I'll say hello again. Hello. Yes. Frost their housewarming cake. That's a good idea. And she's got a cute little pinball machine. See if you can see that the little ball is going around. It's really cute. Alright, so over here I have lilies going here. If you are putting red and red together, you have a chance to get a black lily, so that's what I'm trying to do there. With these lilies over here, red and yellow trying to get an orange, red and white trying to get pink. I don't remember the percentage chance, like 20% chance maybe, something like that. I don't remember. It's slightly different for each flower combination, and there's a lot of write-ups for how flower breeding works, but in windflowers with red and orange, what I'm trying to do with red and orange, let me see, I forget sometimes. Yeah, pink. It should have a chance to produce pink, so that's what I'm trying to do there. I'll just kind of, you can see the hyacinths over here. Red and white hyacinths have a chance to do pink, and red and yellow have a chance to do orange, and then white and white have a chance to do blue. Now I've gotten a lot of blue, but I've only gotten like 3 or 4 orange. That's it. There's not very many. I've gotten like a half dozen blue, which is nice. And you put blues together, and blues are supposed to have a chance to produce purple. I haven't gotten any purple yet. We'll see. Still waiting. Red cosmos, a bunch of red cosmos, supposed to have a chance for black, as well as pansies. I haven't gotten any. Not yet, anyway. And then red and white, you have a chance to get a pink pansy. I'm sorry, cosmos. Pardon me. I've gotten one pink cosmos. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of black tulips with a bunch of red. You know, you saw the field of red pansies, tulips I had. And I produced a good number, probably a dozen black tulips out of that field. So it's fairly common. This is our newest resident. She just moved in today. Go say hi. She's still in boxes, so she's not going to talk much, but if you watched the stream previously, you may have seen Opal the elephant. Opal has left, and this is the replacement, Kitty. Now should I replace all my old furniture or just 90%? Yeah, go for all. Go for all. Fresh start. Oh yeah, nothing stale. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so hello Kitty, I'll get to talk to you more tomorrow. Keep going with that sweeping, girl, you're looking good. You got a rug now, you didn't have a rug earlier. Cool. Alright, let's go. Bye. Yeah, if you're interested, there are a lot of pretty good flower guides on the internet, both text-based, people have done videos that explain it, there's a lot of graphics that kind of help understand the breeding patterns, so that's what I've done. I've gone and gotten a lot of little guides just to kind of help me organize the flowers, you know, to have them make sense. Like I have a bunch of orange roses together. Orange roses don't breed anything special, they just breed more orange roses. Occasionally I get a yellow rose out of them. But like orange tulips together have a chance to produce purple. So, but orange roses don't produce purple roses. white roses produce purple roses. So go figure.
Your dad, he wants to know your reactions.
What are the emotes you have? Oh, I don't know. I got a bunch of them.
Press Y to see all.
Glee. That's a fun one. Oh, let me turn around so you can see it. Oh, let me explain this area real quick. So, on these rocks, we just kind of set up a music area. Well, my daughter set up a music area. So, this is the first marimba we got a little while ago. And we got a wooden fish, which is kind of a percussion type thing. This is just like a boxing bell. Sounds, actually the sound on it's really good. A gong, which actually sounds really good too. Thumb piano, I made these. A little DIY recipe. They sound actually pretty good. And this trap set, which is really cool, you actually get to sit at it. The little chair we have back here. And jam away. Oh, what happened to that? Hold on just a second. That's weird. Hello? Ah, okay, it's back. Alright, that's weird. Sometimes that camera flakes out. Good to know. And then we got a little DJ station here, which is pretty cool. Belting out Bubblegum KK. That's a fun little techno pop song. Okay, so these little emotes here. Glee, that's one of my favorite ones. You just kind of, it's like you're singing. It's a very popular one. If you do that around the Islanders, they will often do that back to you. So, of course, the ones around here are my favorites. Smirking. Deep in thought. Oh, bashful. Aw, you shouldn't have. Standard joy, I'm pretty sure that's one you start with, or like the first one someone comes up and teaches you. Pretty sure. There's also a pretty early one. I think everyone has that one, or gets it pretty early. Standard greeting. I think that's a default one too. I can't remember. This one's weird, encouraging. It looks like you're screaming at them, but I don't know. It's supposed to be encouraging. Let's see what else is over here. Surprise. It widens out your eyes, which is pretty cool. Centered in your head. Amazed. Oh, shocked. Yes, that one's fun. That one, you, if you've gotten hit by a wasp, you automatically go to shocked. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Cold chill. Yeah, just in case there's a cold breeze coming by. Oops, I made a mistake. A little star bounces off your head. That's kind of cute. Let's see. Bashful. Shyness. This is kind of interesting. Aww. You talking to me? Aww. Sneezing. Oh, gross. Yuck. Sneezing's a little exaggerated. It is cute. Fearful. So scary. So scary. Distress. Oh no, I'm so worried. I'm so worried. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so crying. Oh, QQ. Tears. All the tears. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm just heartbroken. Ugh. Let's see, what else? Resignation. Oh, well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've experienced this yet, because I can't remember how fast it happened, but the villagers will just, like, run up to you and start talking and be like, hey, you want a reaction? I'm like, sure, okay. I'll take the reaction, no problem. So these little areas down here, there's just little bits of furniture, like this bench next to the flowers, or this beach chair, just kind of out here. It's kind of to spread it out, and I think that helps to kind of push to 5 stars, apparently, is having furniture spread into different areas. Alright, so this area we're getting closer to the pier, and I have basically flower growing areas. I've got yellow pansy. These orange pansies over here, I haven't successfully grown an orange pansy on the island, but these were from another island, a friend's island, so I've been trying to grow oranges there, and they just, I got a yellow out of there, but I haven't got another orange. I've got yellow cosmos growing here, and white cosmos have filled up this box, and then white pansies. Now, white pansies will produce blue pansies every once in a while too, so I actually need to come out here and clear out about half of these and move them out to leave more room to potentially grow blue ones. These are the hardwood trees I was telling you about. We just have a few of them over on the island, and again, one little shake, see if a piece of furniture drops. And I've collected all the hardwood ones over here, so there's no fruit ever on these. This is Antonio's house, the anteater that's walking around we just passed. This is our Able Sisters store. You might not have Able Sisters yet. I think, man, it took a little while to get Able Sisters. So this is Chester's house. He's our panda. And of course, he's got a lot of, you know, Asian theme architecture type of stuff. And we've done some decorations around. Man, I can't get this firefly. We've put several Asian themed decorations around his house. Oh, pooh, there goes the net. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a little lantern there. It's a little pagoda. Tiger, little family of panda bears. Yeah, pretty cool. And up over here we've got the campsite and Peggy's house. There's Peggy. Oh, kind of an outdoor park area. Oh, see, Peggy wants to talk to me. What's going on, Peggy? I got a stain on my favorite outfit. Oh no. What do you do when things are just the worst? Here's a reaction right here. She's going to show me one. Quit being mean. Aggravation. Alright. Cool. See, since you were asking about reactions, I got another one. I don't even get one a day. I get, I don't know, one every other day. Not every other day. Every couple of days. Yeah, every couple of days I'll get one, a new one. So, let's see what that one looks like. Oops. I meant that. Which one's aggravation? Oh, this one, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this is Peggy's house right there. It's funny because I planted this bush, the pink version of this bush for Peggy, who's very pink, and the flowers came in and they look really purple, and I'm like, well, I like purple too, but I was kind of going for pink for Peggy, but oh well. This is Mint's house. Mint's an adorable little squirrel, but her light's out, so she's either not home or asleep. So then along this little walkway here, I've straightened out this river and made it thinner so you could jump over it for a little stretch of the way. And then this chunk of the island, I have, and you can see it better on the map, I'll pull it up in just a second, but I spelled out the island name. And then I've started to plant flowers along the letters. So I've got pink flowers on the P, orange flowers on the first E, black and blue on the second E, and then I'm going to fill in the N with purple flowers. Still working on that. Got a little bitty park here. A couple of chairs, wooden toys, library books. Right behind Nooks and Cranny. This is Mott's house, and this is our second daughter's house. She does not play very much, but she still has a presence here. Mott's the jock lion. He's entertaining. Yeah, I didn't really think there'd be that many reactions either. It turns out there are quite a few. And I don't really even have that many, but I've got a couple. Let's see, Mott sent me on a quest to get a catfish. And then he's put up a catfish in his house, along with a bunch of others, but I was like, alright, cool. Guess you like that catfish. Hey Mott, what's up? It's comfy. What's up? Have you met the newest native? Yes, yes I have. Run up to them at full speed and say, "It's nice to meet you!" Oh boy. That is very Mott. That is very Mott. Yes indeed. See you, Mott. Mott is really funny. I put a variety of flowers outside Mott's house. And then this brings me to like the tulip area where I'm kind of trying to get orange tulips. Now this kind of thing here, I'll come over to these in a second. I've got a big block of roses here, and this whole thing's filled out. I started with just a regular checkerboard pattern, and it's completely filled out. Alright, so this lump right here, let me look up, you can see it, and back up a little bit to see it better. Yeah, you can see we got the little satellite dish up there. So I built up a little mountain for the satellite dish to sit on. And then put some various bushes around it that'll flowered a couple of different times during the year. Ooh. Another maybe shark. I have a theory on this. If I actually catch the fish, it's going to be a sucker fish. And if it gets away, it is 100% a great white shark. Because I have no luck in catching any type of cool fish. I catch all the like normal fish. Like catfish is like the most rare fish I've caught. And that's only because we have a small lake. So let's see if I can reel one in. Earlier in the stream I was having no luck fishing.
Yeah. None of us have had luck with any sharks.
Yeah.
Except for Rose.
That's unfortunate. There's just a, and I don't know really what it is there's just a little bit of a delay in the visual and audio when I stream. I don't know why, but oh well. And it's enough that it kind of messes up my fishing. But oh well, it's not really a big deal. Oh, let me finish the tour because we're just about done. We're back around to the middle. I made a rainbow of flowers, and I left a spot here because I don't have any green mums yet, so this is where green goes. But eventually we'll have mums here once they grow. But I've just kind of stitched together little rainbow flowers. And then here I have a little box of like kind of special hybrid flowers that I've put together. You know, the purple mums, the blue pansies, black and pink tulips, the purple roses, the pink lilies, that kind of thing. So, and here's where I'm trying to grow a few kind of hybrids. If you put blue hyacinth together, you have a chance to create a purple one. I haven't got one yet. I just got my golden watering can a couple of days ago, and if you water black roses with them, you got a chance to create a gold rose. Haven't gotten one yet, hopefully. And then this is where I was telling you about. I got a bunch of orange roses, and they just produce more orange roses, sometimes a yellow. There's no expectation of growing anything else. Oh, you've already caught 2 sharks? You're so lucky. I've caught a bunch of sucker fish, but I've never caught an actual shark. So, like, I don't know. If they get away, I just assume it was a shark. It's like, of course, it's my luck that I wasn't able to reel in the shark. I got a bunch more roses here, and these have all filled out. Again, I started in a checkerboard every other spot pattern, and they filled out in probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It didn't take too long, really. I got a wall of mums leading up to the museum, and I'm sure you're familiar with the museum. Now my daughter, of course, has caught a saw shark and a hammerhead. So she's had a lot of luck with sharks. This is my little water park. I've got all the little water things. The pool, the bath, the fountain, and the rubber swimming pool. Kind of cool. And that brings us back around to the letters. I'll say that's pretty much the island. That's a good general tour. Now I'm going to go to a little mystery island and get some resources for crafting. Oops. Hammerhead and a great white. Nice. Yeah, you've got more talent at fishing than I do. I can't. I mean, I like fishing. I do pretty good at it, but I don't catch any fancy fish. By the way, just FYI on this night drop box, it's a good deal if you play at night like I do, but if you play during the day or can wait until the next morning, Timmy and Tommy shave off 20% for using their box. So if you're short on bills and can wait till the next morning, go ahead and wait till the next morning. Alright, now what I do when I'm going to go to Mystery Island is I'm going to... Well, you know, they got this new shipping thing. So now I kind of wonder if I need to do this, but... Since I'm not really sure how it works, I'm just going to drop everything around the box, which of course, you know, I'm going to be coming back to the box to sell stuff at the end of the night anyway. What am I missing? A net? Let me go make a net real quick. And, whoops. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've watched a couple of streams where people have caught sharks, so I've seen it happen. I just have had zero luck myself. I even watched First Daughter catch both her sharks, actually. That was fun. It's cool looking. I have no talent for it. Just no luck. No talent, whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah, so I've never seen this message from the Dodo guys before about being able to ship stuff. That's very intriguing. I don't know if it's a Harv's Island thing or if it's just a normal thing. So that's something I'm going to go test out now at a mystery island. See if they offer that there. Now I don't know if this is actually true, but there's a theory that getting Orville to blush helps increase the chances of a less than standard island. Maybe get one of the rare islands. Empirically, I feel like it's worked, but I don't have a big enough sample size to be statistically certain. Oh yeah, you have some ideas for the island, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have some ideas, and, you know, we did this little by little. I mean, I took a long time to move the trees around, and I moved the trees to so many different places. I thought maybe I'll put them over here, then I put them over here. I tried to put them all together, then I decided to make all the fruits separate. You know, just, I did a bunch of different things. And the good news is, with fruit, it's so easy to grow fruit trees. All you need to do is plant a piece of fruit in the ground and wait a couple of days and make sure there's space. And grows a fruit tree. You know, it's not bad. Takes a couple of days, but that's not bad. That's fine. You're saying, what are all the fruit trees in Animal Crossing? So there are 5 fruit trees in Animal Crossing. You're going to start with a native fruit, whatever that is. Ours is apple. And then you're going to have a sister fruit, which means occasionally when you go to a mystery island, you will see your sister fruit instead of your native fruit. Right? Like we got apples this time. Right? But our sister fruit is cherry. So sometimes I'll come to a mystery island and I'll see cherry instead. The other fruits that you have are coconut. And then you have, I'm sorry, I guess there's 6, because I wasn't thinking about the coconut. So apple, cherry, coconut, and then you have peach, pear, and orange. And you basically have to, you can get a coconut at any mystery island. I believe all the mystery islands have a coconut. You can get your sister fruit on rare or uncommon, I guess, mystery island trips. And then for the other fruits, you'll have to visit places or, you know, buy them off in exchange or something like that. Have a visitor come to your island and bring them something. Yeah, so that's the flowers, though. Leaf will come to your island occasionally and he'll sell some flowers, and then the next time he'll sell different flowers. And I noticed seasonally Nooks and Crannies offer different flowers. Like, for example, Nooks and Crannies for me right now offers lilies. Well, for the first 2 months I played, they didn't offer lilies, which is why I have so few lilies on the island, because I couldn't get them. Leaf didn't have them either. And then they started carrying lilies, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I bought a few lilies and started planting them, so that kind of switched it up a little bit. So what I usually do when I get to a mystery island is I kind of look around, see what kind of island it is. We've got a waterfall island here, which means you've got a big body of water in the middle. You got 3 tiers, you got a bunch of waterfalls. Usually there's good fishing at this kind of island, which is why I'm hoping I can use the ship back feature of the dodo thing. Hopefully that'd be really helpful. But what I do is I actually pick all the weeds. If you haven't talked to Leaf yet, and I don't know if you've talked to him yet, but Leaf will come to your island, he'll be in your plaza, and he'll be at a cart selling, he sells bushes, a couple of flowers, and as a special feature, he also buys weeds at a higher price than Timmy and Tommy do. So,
I'm tired, so I'm gonna go to bed.
okay. Love you. Good night. So, Leaf is a good deal because he'll give you a better price for them. And also, as I've gotten more recipes, DIY recipes, I found actually quite a few of them involve weeds. So I'll sell them to Leaf when he comes in, but I'll keep a stack of weeds for recipe use. But my house has plenty of storage. Alright, now on Mystery Islands, now just in case you didn't know this, remember on your island every day there are 2 pieces of furniture in hardwood trees. On Mystery Islands, there is 1 piece of furniture in a hardwood tree. So not in a fruit tree, but in a hardwood tree. In other words, a tree that doesn't have fruit on it. That's either a pine tree or like these trees here that just have no fruit. Come here, mosquito. Yuck, I hate mosquitoes. Yuck. So now there's also 1 wasp nest on Mystery Islands. Alright, so now that's my 1 piece of furniture. Papa Bear. So let's just see what I got here. So I don't have to worry about shaking any more trees because there's only 1 piece of furniture. Oh, it's just a drop. Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to place it and see what it looked like. Okay. That's okay. Now, I don't want to chop down trees when I'm on my own island, but on a Mystery Island, as Wilbur will tell you, you can't come back. So, you know, this is an island that gets scrubbed when you're done with it, and you never see it again. I'm a little sad that I got to a good fishing island when I'm streaming, and I'm having a little trouble with fishing, but oh well. Got 1. You only have your back room on your island. Well, you know, you start small and, you know, you build up. You know, I mean, I gave you a tour of my island. We've been playing since March, early March, something like that. Maybe middle March, I don't remember exactly. But it's been a good 2 months, 2.5 months, about. And, you know, they've been working every day on the island a little bit here and there, so it takes a little time. But it's a slow build. It's not like a... I mean, I've watched people have a long gaming session and they do what's called, you know, and you can look up on the internet if you want more information on this, but time traveling, where you basically play around with your system date and time to basically have time pass on your island faster than what it normally does. I mean, we don't do that, but if you want to do that, that's a way to play. And you can get more done in a day. Oops, sorry, I don't want that bug. But that's up to you, you know. Like I said, like if you plant fruit, I think it's 4 days to grow into a tree that bears fruit, something like that. If you drop the fruit from a tree, it's 3 days until it comes back. So there are things like that, like if you wanted to just collect a whole bunch of fruit, you could collect all the fruit from your trees, then time travel 3 days in front, collect it again. You could. You know. I don't do that, but that doesn't mean you can't do that. Oh, see, there's the wasp on this one. I don't have my net ready, so I just have to get stung. Oh well. But like I said, it's okay because in a Mystery Island there's only 1 wasp nest, so I don't have to worry about a second wasp nest showing up. So normally if you're on your island and you're doing the same thing, or if you're shaking them for furniture like I was doing, you have to worry about wasps coming along because there's more than one on your island. In fact, today I was shaking my trees down for furniture, and I think I ran into 4 wasp nests while I was looking for my 2 pieces of furniture. But if you're just doing that, there's a trick to stand. I didn't do it this time because I already found the furniture, so I didn't have I wasn't shaking. I was just chopping. But basically, if you stand like this against the tree, so you're seeing the back of your head, and you shake, and the wasp comes out, it's going to bounce as to one of the places where the coconuts just went, right? And then you're here, and it's going to do the reaction of surprise, and it's going to face you towards the coconut, or towards the wasp nest. And all you have to do is swat your net, and it's going to catch the wasp. That's it. Then you've avoided being stung by a wasp. Let's see, Dragon. Do you want me to tell you about Animal Crossing and why you can see different animals and you can talk to your animals on your island? Do I want you to tell me why you can see different animals? Okay, sure. Oh, and the reason I picked these flowers, by the way, is the flower buds sell. So it's a little extra money. Never hurts to have a few extra bells, right? Sorry, I mean you can catch other animals and they're real animals and you can't talk to them, but the ones in your island you can. That's what I meant. Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, well, you can go fishing for fish and you can catch a frog out of a pond. It has to be a still water pond, like, you know, if you remember on my island, the area that was around the orange grove is our only still water pond. It's not connected to a river or anything. You can get frogs, tadpoles, and catfish. Probably a few other things like goldfish, koi, I don't know, a couple other things you can get out of that type of water. And then you can, of course, catch a variety of insects. Now, you can have, when you catch a frog, if you have caught one, it gives the little dialogue bit it gives is, oh, I caught a frog. Or maybe it's a new neighbor and I need to apologize. So I believe it's the only animal you can catch that is also a species of neighbor you can get. Because there are a couple of frog villagers you can find. We don't have one on our island, but I've seen a few. Not entirely sure that answered your question there, Dragon. Is that what you're asking? If you're not sure there's anything for you in these mystery islands, you know, I know some people were wondering what is they're supposed to do here. You should look at the number of miles I have. What I found was I would spend 2,000 miles, 2,000 Nook miles to come to a mystery island, and I would usually earn in, you know, just doing stuff on the island. I'd earn between 2,000 and 4,000 miles while on the island. So you spend 2,000, earn between 2 and 4, so you're, you know, you're going up in total miles that you have. Plus then you're, you know, you're accomplishing other things that lead to larger mile things in the, what are these things called? All the stuff that's down here. You start getting these higher ones, like, I don't know, let's just pick one. So when you got 20, what was this? For selling fruits? Yeah. So when I sold 20 fruits, I got, I don't know, 100 miles. 100 fruits, 500 miles. 500 fruits, 1,000 miles. This next one, 1,000, is probably going to be 2,000 miles. The 5th slot there, it's going to be 3,000 miles. So the more of these things you get, you know, the more miles you rack up. You know, so I've got a huge number of miles right now, which I don't even have enough things to use the miles on. But it wasn't always that way. I picked up a lot of miles going to mystery islands, and then I really didn't buy a whole lot of stuff with them. They just kind of racked up. And then I started hitting achievements that were like 3,000 miles, 5,000 miles, stuff like that. And those, you know, that adds up pretty quick. It takes time, of course, but it adds up. Now, let's try a little more fishing. Oh yes, a boot. Wow, how exciting. Yay. Whoops. No. Come on. There you go. Now it's way too far off. Yeah, so as you're developing your island, I would certainly encourage going to mystery islands, and there's several reasons for that, especially when you're developing your island. One, like I mentioned, there is an additional piece of furniture that comes out of a tree. So that's another little thing that you don't have to spend nook miles on or something like that. It just comes out. Another thing is, like, I bought flowers from the Nook and Cranny shop, but I also, when I was trying to decorate my island with flowers, I most of the islands I'd come to either had roses or tulips. Those are the two primary flowers I'd see on Mystery Islands. So when I wanted to decorate an area with roses or tulips, I'd go to a Mystery Island and I'd dig them up and take them home. And, you know, hey, you get a bunch of free flowers. Well, not free, you had to pay for the Nook Mile ticket, but, you know, there was a time when I just wanted to plant more apple trees. And of course, that's our native fruit. I came and I just straight up dug up the apple trees. You know, rather than planting apples and waiting a couple days for them to grow, I just came and dug up the apple trees and planted them. There you go, instant fruit tree. So it's a good way to get, you know, some things going a little bit faster. By the way, you may not have figured it out, but if you eat a piece of fruit, you can then dig up a fully grown tree. So that's a little tip if you didn't know it. It also helps if you happen to get, there is a type of island called the Bamboo Island, where you just, the only thing on the island is bamboo and like a couple of token coconut trees. But it doesn't have any fruit trees or anything else, but it's got a bunch of bamboo. So you can take the coconuts, you can eat the coconuts, and you can dig up the bamboo and just take the whole bamboo tree with you. And of course you can also beat it for shoots, and you can dig some shoots out of the ground to grow more. Yeah, if you want bamboo in your island. I know some people don't even like bamboo, so they don't have any, but whatever. It's your island, do what you want with it. Now, I mentioned that I save the weeds up for when leaf comes and or for DIY projects, but if you have like no bells because you're just starting out, you know, pick up a bunch of, what do I have? I've pretty much cleared the island right now of weeds, I think. I got 78, right? I don't know exactly what that'll sell for, but you'll get some bells for that, you know? Sell them. Get a few bells to work with. You know, I happen to wait for leaf because I got some extra bells, and you know, I don't really need to sell them right away, but if you're short of bells that you need for other things, sell them right away. They're not a whole lot of effort. And of course this stuff, you know, is, you can sell it, of course. If you don't have a lot of recipes, sell this stuff. It sells for bells too. But if you have recipes, a lot of them use clay or iron or wood, which is why I'm spending the time to chop down the trees and things like that. Yeah, do I see the chat? Yep. Yep. Yeah, so what I was seeing in the chat was, let's see, you're saying, sorry, I mean you can catch other animal and they're real animals, and you can't talk to them, but the ones on your island you can, so that's what I meant. Yeah. Yeah, so the creatures, you know, the anthropomorphized characters that are on your island, like the ones that I have over on the right of my screen, those are like character type animals. Those are your villagers. You start with 2 of them, and then of course you've got, you know, the raccoon, which is like the shopkeeper and the guy who sells you the house and all that. Once you get the town square built, you get the Isabel, who's I guess a poodle. I don't know. I can't remember. I think she's a poodle, something like that. Then whoever your villagers are, they're some type of animal. And then, I don't know, other animals that you can't talk to. As far as I know, if they're an anthropomorphized character, you can talk to them. If they're like this fish here, you know, if I go fishing here and catch a fish, I can't talk to that fish. So, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if that answered your question, but maybe I didn't understand what you're asking. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get those guys. Let's see what else is over here. Nope, nobody over there. Okay. Let's try going over here, because these guys are right up against the waterfall. Oh, you know what? If you're only 3 days in, you might not have a pole or a ladder yet. Maybe. I didn't. My daughter sent them to me in the mail. So, but there's schematics for the DIY recipes for them, sold at Nook and Crannies. Timmy and Tommy will let you buy a recipe for a pole vault and a ladder. The nice thing is the pole vault and the ladder don't break, unlike your other tools that will break. The pole vault and the ladder don't break, so you only ever have to actually make one. Which is great. Ooh, an angelfish. Those are pretty. They're rough gangster little fish, but they're kind of cool looking. See, I just wonder what your villager would really look like other than looking like animals in your character's head. Are you meaning like if Animal Crossing was real? Or are you wondering like if they look different than what I put on the screen over on the right? Those are just pictures I found on the internet, so they look similar. I mean, obviously the villagers are all over the place. You know, we've got one villager that's an anteater. Anteaters kind of look like that. Obviously they're not normally bipedal. Bones, I mean, looks pretty similar to, you know, a beagle. Yeah. I think it's a beagle. Obviously, again, none of these animals are bipedal, so that's a big difference. Well, ostrich. An ostrich is bipedal, so that's actually a little more accurate. But to me, Julia, who's the ostrich, she looks like a male peacock with the bright colored tail feathers, but she's actually an ostrich. I don't know. I don't really get that, but okay. Actually, you know, Chester also. Pandas do spend a lot of time on just 2 legs. They walk around. Yeah, they do all 4s as well too. I mean, they're a bear. But you know, Chester kind of looks like a panda. I mean, it's a little different. I've never seen a panda with ruddy cheeks, but you know, I've seen them at the National Mall in DC. They look kind of like that. Hippo's a little weird. I don't think I've ever seen a really bright green hippopotamus. They're usually a much darker brown, dark green kind of color. Mott the lion passively looks like a lion. Peggy the pig, definitely. I mean, you know, she very porcine looking. The nose, you know. Marina the octopus. You know, other than the fact that she's got a bunch of legs, I don't know. I don't know about the big honking nose. That's kind of, I don't know where that came from. Artistic expression, I guess. Mint. Mint's a squirrel. The tail looks about right, but the head looks like a bobblehead. Kitty the cat. I mean, you know, she looks like a couple of cats I've seen. Oh, let's see. No, I mean what they would really look like your character, because they look like your character in the game, but in your character's mind, they see them as animals, not humans, because they have a... I'm not sure what that word is. Decise? I don't know. What do they look like in my character's head? I don't know. I guess they look like animals. I mean, it's a wild, cartoony, fictional world. Oh, good, a stone. Hooray. Fishing's a little bit better on this island. Maybe I've just adapted to the slight delay. Although I say that and I lose a fish right away. Standard. I think it's just adorable that rubber duckies at the end of the pole here. So cute. So, see, the animals not humans because they have a disease. So, I mean, I'm not sure what you mean. Like, there might be a story behind Animal Crossing that I don't really know about. I really only played this game, so if there's like lore or story or something from previous versions, I don't know what it is. Are you saying there's like a disease or something going on here? I'm not sure. I just figured it was a silly fictional world where people and animals live together in a little island or whatever. Seems cute. Let's see, how close am I in space? Oh, I'm full. Alright, now it's time to go see if this is accurate. Oops. So let's see if this was a new feature or something to do with Harv's Island or what. What's up, bro? Oh, okay. Well, there's no shipping thing here. Maybe that's just something for the Harv's Island deal. Oh, that's too bad. That would really be useful if that was a thing. That's okay. Kind of makes me hopeful. Maybe they'd add it to Mystery Islands at some point, because that would really be useful for me to come to him, ship some stuff home, go back, do some more stuff. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Charles Bonnet syndrome is a condition that causes people with decreased vision and various eye diseases to have visual hallucinations. These hallucinations can include seeing patterns or more complex images such as people, animals, flowers, or buildings. Oh, I have no idea. Wasn't familiar with the syndrome, so. Is that supposed to be something going on in the game where your character is afflicted with Charles Bonnet syndrome, or are you just hypothesizing because you know what Charles Bonnet syndrome is? Alright, so let's sell this thing off. So obviously some of this was collecting resources and some was just for bells. If you didn't know this, your native fruit sells for 100 each. Non-native fruit sells for, I think, 500 each. Yeah, 500 each. And then coconuts always sell for 250. So if you happen to go visit a friend's island and they have a bunch of, let's just say your native fruit is apples, they have a bunch of oranges, you bring a bunch of oranges back, you'll sell them for a good chunk of money. Or if you know their fruit is oranges, take a whole bunch of apples or whatever your native fruit is and sell it at their nook and cranny, and you'll get a lot more money for it. Just, you know, random. In the game, that's what's happening. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't know that was part of the game, so I certainly hadn't caught on to that. And I don't know. Is it like I don't know, in the manual or something? I don't really know. It kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, you know, obviously we don't normally wander around and see bears. I mean, obviously these characters have personality types, and they're anthropomorphized, you know, as an animal to have human characteristics. So it could just simply be that what's really going on is it's actually another human that has maybe some slightly animal type characteristics, and now you're hallucinating that it's actually that animal rather than being like that animal. You know, sometimes you'll say someone is cat-like. Well, what if instead of saying they're cat-like, you start seeing them as a cat? I guess that's kind of what you're saying, right? Maybe that's not what you're saying. But like, let's take Mott for example. Mott is a lion and a jock. So he's kind of a built, muscular, obviously lion's very fuzzy. So maybe it's really just a burly, you know, biker dude, human that's well built and works out a lot, and you know, it's very hairy, I guess. Maybe. just store that and figure out what to do with it later. Let me see what this looks like. Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I'll probably find a spot for it somewhere. I'll figure out where later. No one really knows, but if you pay attention, you could figure it out. But you have to really pay attention. Okay, well, I can see that. I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying. You know, obviously, they did a pretty good job of trying to anthropomorphize characters in a lot of different ways. You know, you have not only an animal type, but you also have personality types that go along with those animals, and you have, you know, a similar animal has different personality types with different characters. So, you know, you've got all different types of people represented by different types of animals. And, you know, we do that with people all the time, just in our normal lives, you know, like I already gave the example of saying someone's kind of cat-like, you know, but some people are kind of like a dog, too, you know, they're loyal and faithful and stick around and stuff like that, characteristics that we usually give to a dog, you know, maybe this person exhibits that kind of, some of those characteristics, you know. Maybe not the drooling and slobbering and, you know, woofing down food like a dog, but, you know, maybe they have those other attributes. So it can go both ways. You know, you look at a character like Julia. I don't think we've talked to Julia, but Julia's our ostrich that we talked to. She's a snooty personality, and her little catchphrase is "darling." So, you know, she kind of strikes me as a, you know, a preppy, tight, tightly wound, you know, fashion-conscious woman who is, you know, form over function type of person, and, you know, is much more concerned with how she looks in her dress than whether she got to work on time or whatever. I don't know, it's on an island vacation, you're not really going to work, but, you know, that kind of person. So maybe that's the type of person that's here, and it's now being represented by a ostrich. And it's a squirrel. I think she represents the ADHD in all of us. A little person with ADHD. That's meant. Oh, well, thank you. I did. I got an A. I was very excited. But I've gotten an S and some other... the scoring system from Home Academy didn't make any sense to me, so... Let's see if Julia's here. Her light's out, so I guess she's probably not here. Not home. She's around the island somewhere. Oh yeah, Red calls you cousin. And he is your cousin, but you see him as a fox because he's really tricky. Yes. Yes. Oh, well, yes, I see. Yeah. No, they've also... That's true. The game took pains to instill a lot of personalities that we associate with different animals into actual characters. Like, we think of foxes as sly and tricky. That's, you know, if we call someone a foxy person, you know, we're saying there's kind of a trickery to them. You know, they're a little slick and you know, maybe a little weaselly, you know. So that definitely fits. And he talks like someone who's a little bit of a slick salesman, you know? Like he's calling you cousin to try to make you think that, you know, you're family, and he's giving you a special deal. I'm not giving you a special deal, you know? That's it's a slick salesman type of deal, so. And it also fits that Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy. You know, they're the money people. They're selling you everything. We don't even know. There's a deserted island and they're selling it to you. It's an island. You came here on vacation and you're in debt. I think that's called indentured servitude. Oh, but don't tell anyone. Yeah, so I mean, it definitely, Tom Nook is for sure a mob boss. And Timmy and Tommy are clearly the fence for the organization. They'll buy anything but fake art. Because nobody can fence fake art. Not even Timmy and Tommy. Kix. Kix is the shoe salesman. Of course, that's really just a play on his name, you know. Kix being another word for shoes. He also does handbags. They're obviously knockoff handbags because the street handbag salesman would never sell legitimate merchandise, so it would always be knockoffs. Sonic the Hedgehog runs the clothing store. Oh wait, it's not really Sonic, because this is Nintendo. Not that other company. Well, where did I get my... Oh, I know. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Let's see, who else is an interesting character? Label. You know. Label is ironically trying to improve her clothing label. That's more of a play and pun on words. Her being a hedgehog, I don't know, doesn't really... Just the fact that she's sisters with the other clothing ladies who run the clothing racket. And she's the out-of-town sister who's the big designer. I don't know, hedgehogs... I don't know, hedgehogs don't really have a whole lot of stereotypes. Other than being kind of, you know, prickly. They're seamstresses. I guess it's a play on words that they have needles for their fur, and they are seamstresses, which obviously use needles in their work. Yeah, raccoons. Raccoons are also into acquiring garbage, which is basically what Timmy and Tommy do. They buy all your junk. All your dead fish, all your seashells, all your weeds. All the miscellaneous garbage that you really want to throw in the trash can, but you want to get some bells for them. And you're right, who knows who Tom Nook stole this island from to then sell it to you for. Who's gonna come to collect when they decide to come to their island and they're like, what's all this junk? Who built on my island? Oh, here's another one. Like, you know, Isabel's just an adorable little poodle. I think it's a poodle. I mean, she's some kind of cute little fluffy thing. So she's playing on the stereotype of being a cute, fluffy little puffball, and that's exactly her personality, a cute fluffy little puffball. And of course she's like the HR director, basically, of the island. So that totally fits. Let's see who else. Oh, you got Flick. Flick's interesting. I don't know that you... What can you attribute to Flick? I mean, Flick is a lizard. A red dragon, I guess? I don't know. Lizard? I don't know what he is. I guess kind of a dragon. Some kind of cold-blooded lizard, but he's into insects. Hello, anteater. Antonio the anteater. Like 4. Yeah, he's the anteater jock. So I don't know. Anteaters are... Yeah. I mean, there are several personality for anteaters, but this one happens to be jock. Yeah, you know. He probably fits the anteater. I mean, they're pretty, relatively industrious. You know, strong for their size. Yeah, but Flick is like the insect guy. He's a lizard that really is into insects. And there are some lizards that eat insects, I guess. But he doesn't seem to be someone who eats insects. He just loves to study them. At least that's what he says. Maybe he takes them home and eats them. I don't know. I don't know if there's much of a stereotype or common thing about lizards that are portrayed with Flick. Oh, shoot. Not sure about that one. That one's not as obvious. There's probably something I might be missing. CJ. CJ's a beaver who likes to fish. Now that's not too much of a stretch because beavers are in the water and they eat fish, and hey, there you go. It fits. Beavers are also, I mean, CJ is also obsessed with social media, which is interesting. He's the one character that's like always talking about his Twitch stream and, you know, his Instagram page or whatever, taking pictures with his phone. He's kind of, you know, like a social media crazed millennial. I mean, I don't know that beavers strike me as Instagram nutcase animals. I don't know. Maybe if beavers could operate phones, they would be, but I'm not sure I get that one. I think that's just a personality quirk to throw at the character. Sahara's a pretty obvious one. I mean, he's like a stereotypical rug salesman, and a lot of the world's fine rugs come from Arabia, which is, you know, the Middle East in a lot of places, Pakistan, that whole area, a lot of Turkey, a lot of fine rugs come from there, and that's kind of his speak pattern. It just kind of goes along with it. And of course he's a camel, which is an animal more common in those areas. I think it's because beavers like hanging out with other beavers. Okay, I can see that, right, that they're just social. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they are social animals. That's actually true, so that fits. The Sahara thing also fits pretty well because historically camels have been used in long trade routes and hauling trade between places, and a lot of times rugs were what was being traded. It's very common, so it actually has historical accuracy in that, you know, from a certain point of view. KK Slider is interesting because they have basically a, what kind of dog is that? I guess a white beagle. I'm trying to think of what kind of dog he is. He's kind of a Snoopy looking dog. That's probably a beagle. You know, being the great, you know, rock star of the franchise. Okay. I don't really see beagles as rock stars, but they could be just as well as anyone else, really. Oh, hello, balloon. I guess I missed that one. Too late. Oh well. I need a new song out here. Oh no, I don't. Marine song? I'm gonna keep marine song, since I'm right next to the water. Let's see. Who else? Oh, let's see, I did the island tour earlier, and I showed you some of the houses. Oh, here's Julia. Hello, Julia. I was just thinking about, was I thinking about something I needed to remember? Or was I trying to remember something I needed to think about? What a silly ostrich I am. You are very funny. You've been a busy little bee. Your home is positively gigantic. It's no small feat to find a home this magnitude. I'm terribly impressed. I truly am. Okay, now, this is a strange way the game works. So, eldest daughter has been making friends with all the villagers. She's the main rep for the island, right? She was talking to Peggy, who's the peppy character. She's the only peppy personality we have. And Peggy said, hey, I've been thinking about a new catchphrase. I'm tired of Sweetie. Would you suggest something else? And she decided to use pooper soup, which is silly. She's very silly, but that's silly. But okay. She typed that up for Peggy, and Peggy said, okay, fine, I'll use that. So that's Peggy's new thing. Well, Peggy, I'm sure being the personality she was, spread that to like everyone else on the island. So almost all the villagers now use pooper soup as their catchphrase. She thought it was going to be only Peggy, and it spread to everybody. Oh, it's just so silly. I also wanted to, thinking of that, I'm going to show you her house, because she's done some interesting things with her house as well. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes. My YouTube channel is listed on the top left, where there's a little YouTube play button. It says ASMR Tech Talk and Leisure Gaming. That is the name of my YouTube channel. It's a little long. Sorry, I probably should think of a better name, but that's what I'm using for now. So you can type that into YouTube, and I believe I have it linked in Twitch information, one of the boxes. So it's in there. This is First Daughter's house, her main room, she's caught this ribbon eel, which is really cool. I haven't been able to catch one yet. Like, I catch regular fish, I don't catch any cool fish. She's also got a snapping turtle that she's put up on a little stool. It's adorable. And she's got a framed picture of Mott. Now, she read somewhere on the internet that if a villager gives you a portrait of themselves, that's like the top tier of your relationship with that villager. You've hit the top of the friendship mark. So she's really excited about this portrait because it means, you know, Mott's basically her favorite villager. Let's see, he was the original. He was one of the first two villagers that she got. The other one of the first two villagers already left, but he's the original villager. So she really likes him. That pic, though, right? Yeah, she was really surprised and very elated when he gave her the picture, and then she was like, "What does that mean?" And then she looked it up. She's like, "Oh, it means like that's the top tier of, you know, game level friendship with the character." So that's pretty cool. She picked out this interesting camo pattern for her main room, which is interesting. Got these masks. I think she said Mott gave her these masks, if I remember right. Samurai swords, I think she said she got those out of a balloon, which is pretty cool. And a vacuum. The old-timey vacuum. A wet vac, really. Oh, I mean the PC-like computer. Oh, the PC. Sorry, I read that as pic. Yeah, I put that other picture there because I went ahead and got components recently. I changed up a lot on my computer recently. It's fairly new as of April, and a lot of them are light-up components and stuff like that. So it's a slightly delayed. The camera is there. It's a little slow. I'm kind of testing a new kind of camera, so one thing I'm testing with is how well it works over here. But yeah, you can just kind of see some of the stuff running around. It's not terribly exciting, but the RAM moves around, and you can see a reflection of my shirt over here, which is kind of gives you a weird perspective there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this case is really nice. It's a case by Fractal that has a not glass, but plexiglass, or you know, that kind of clear plastic. I can't remember what it's called, but it's nice. She's into golf, so I bought this golf bag and I set it outside my house, and she like stole it. That's okay. That's what happens when you leave stuff outside, man. Anyone can come take it. Well, anyone who plays on the island. There's a little kitchen, which is kind of nice. I actually like the tile that she found for the wall. That's pretty cool. She put a cat on her refrigerator, like a cat magnet. I mean, it's just a print or a custom design type thing, so it's a random thing. It's got a very fancy espresso maker, I tell you what. That's cool. Make me some coffee. Okay. Ooh. Your espresso, sir. This cool shelf here. I can't make this shelf, and I sure could use it because I need something to organize little knickknacks in my kitchen and in my rooms, and I wish I could make this shelf. I have not found the DIY for that yet, but I sure do need it. Oh well, maybe I'll get it eventually. Now this is her pride and joy. She really spends a lot of time with this room, and she really gets a kick out of its decoration and use. She has a collection of every type of toilet she can find. right? She's got the old traditional toilet with the seat. She's got two different types of urinals. She's got the fancy toilet with the automatic lid. Of course, the bidet. And this is, of course, a fake statue from Red that she basically just used for decoration. And now this is interesting. I thought this was very creative. She decided to use the chocolate bar of chocolate wallpaper, but then she, like, I guess customized it to give it a pink look. So it's got kind of like a X-Lax Pepto-Bismol kind of look to the bathroom. Which I thought was maybe a little too on the nose, but pretty funny. She would do that. Anyway, she really likes this. Let's see. Now, Dragon, you said you had played for 3 days. You might not know this yet, because you might not have even found a toilet. But if you have a toilet like this, of course you can sit on it like any chair. But, oops, it'll flush when you get off. And I'm not gonna do it because I don't have any fruit with me anyway. But if you eat a piece of fruit and you sit on the toilet, it'll give you a little message. Well, that takes care of that, and it drains all your fruit out. So basically, like, you pooped out your fruit, and then it flushes. So these are what I think are kind of hilarious details that they decided to include in Animal Crossing. So it's pretty funny. That's her personal favorite room. She's very proud of her room. She just added an upstairs. I don't think I've seen it yet, to be honest. So let's go see what's up here. Oh, yeah, she just added this. So she hasn't put anything up here yet, but she just added it like last night, so she hadn't decorated it yet. Hey, thanks for following. Really appreciate that. I do stream every night for a little bit, most nights of the week. 5 nights of the week I'm streaming Star Wars The Old Republic, and Sunday and Wednesday I stream Animal Crossing. So if you're interested in Star Wars, come see me tomorrow night. I'll be playing that. If you really only like Animal Crossing, that's okay. I'll be back Wednesday night with Animal Crossing. And then back next Sunday as well. You know, I guess I haven't shown you my other daughter's house as well. I might as well. Let's see, this was Bones' house. Oh, he's home, actually. His home, I kind of like his home, but I like libraries and books. Oh no, he's sleeping, okay. But his house is all books. The whole wall is books, and he's got 2 bookshelves, and it's just books, books, books. I'm like, okay. Interesting. It's pretty cool looking. This is third daughter's house. So this is my youngest daughter. Obviously she bought some turnips today. She has left them here. Oh, she did a sand floor. That's cool. Now, she spent a lot of time on Harv's Island, and she created posters of all the villagers, which is, I have not spent that much time on Harv's Island. I knew you could do photo stuff there, but I didn't know you could pull in other villagers and things like that. She spent a lot of time there, and she spent a lot of time doing these posters, and then she's hung up these posters in her room, which is, I think they look really nice. I mean, I would kind of like to get these posters, so I need to see if I can get a copy of them or something, because they're kind of cool. Now this is what she considers her guest bedroom, right? This is just kind of how she thinks. She figures if a friend comes over to visit, this is where they'll stay. No. I didn't set up a guest room because there's no effective way to have a guest stay the night or anything that I know of, so I didn't do that. But, you know, that's how she's thinking about it, so that's really cool. It's simply decorated, but, you know, it's a nice functional guest room. I mean, if that was an actual house. Yeah, pretty nice. Oh, and cake. Apparently, her birthday occurred since we started the game, so she actually got a birthday cake from the cast of characters, which was, kind of cool. First daughter's birthday is coming up in like 3 weeks. She's also going to get something like that. This is her room. She has a hammock for her personal, bedroom. And she's gotten into sewing, project sewing, in fact, for her birthday, which was just like a couple weeks ago. She asked for a sewing kit, a sewing machine. So we got her a little, not a Singer, but a brother sewing machine, I think. Real life sewing machine. And so when she's gotten a few of them in the game, she's kind of collected them and put them here. This is, the game calls this a sewing box. I don't know, it looks like just kind of a little box to me. I picked this up the other day. We hit 5 stars in our ratings, and I got the golden watering can item. But I had always just bought watering cans. I didn't have a recipe to make one. And to make the golden watering can, you have to make a basic watering can, which means you have to make a flimsy watering can, and then mix it with iron to make a basic watering can, and then add a gold nugget, and that makes a golden watering can. Well, I didn't have the recipe for the flimsy, so I couldn't, make the rest of them. So I was playing late at night like this. Nooks and Crannies was closed, and I went online and found someone who was allowing visits to their island who was in Australia. So their store was open. So I went over there, got the stuff I needed for the watering can, and looked around Nooks and Crannies and went, oh, this is cool. They had this little sewing box. I was like, alright, that's neat. And then I also got the green and black surfboard, which you may have seen on the beach when I passed it earlier. That was from there. So anyway, just if you didn't know, visiting other people's islands can get you, even if it's the same stuff you have, like the surfboard. We have a surfboard that's blue and white striped, but their surfboard was like a black and green with kind of a sort of a swirly type of pattern. It was very different from ours. So even though it's the same thing as a surfboard, it's a different color or different color pattern, that kind of thing. So being able to travel to other people's islands is really helpful. So if you have any friends that play, or if you're willing to look online for people that are, have set up for sharing their code, you can visit other people's islands, and it gets you a lot of neat things for the game. You get to kind of see how other people do things, so it's pretty cool. Definitely recommended. So Turtle, are you also playing? How is your island coming along? Just real quickly, this is second daughter's island. She does not play very much, so she just has a basic room, but just to kind of showcase what's in here. She played actually quite a bit during the spring, during like that Easter, season, egg season, or whatever it was called. So she has a lot of the egg decorations. So it's got the egg bed, and this egg mirror, and these egg, whatever it is over the, I guess, lights or something over the window. So pretty cool. She doesn't play much, but oh, it's lights. Oh, that's cute. Oh yeah, that's cute. Yeah, so I basically did not play during the egg time at all. Like, none. I skipped the whole thing. I played a couple of sessions before it started, and then didn't play for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then came back. It was over, and you know, other stuff was going on. And then I started playing more. I really like it now. I'm almost sad that I missed the egg time. But, oh well. It'll be around next year. Hello, Mint. How are you? Oh, well, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Appreciate it. And so, I've changed the flag to be the Texas flag. That's just me. That's what I like. I also changed the island tune to be Texas or Texas. You only get 16 notes to play with. I've been a music guy for a long time. I really like music, and I don't know. There's a lot of good songs that have a lot more than 16 notes. So you gotta think about how to capture a song you like in 16 beats and then play it out. And of course you can, if you haven't done this yet, you can look up, you can Google this and you'll find lots of people have posted interesting ones, that you can copy down and turn into your island tune or whatever. Or if you have any musical ability, you can probably think about a musical tune that you like and probably just chart it out and figure out how to represent it. It's pretty simple. You only do major notes, so you don't have flats and sharps and stuff like that. You don't have minor chords, but it's very, and everything's one tempo, so you basically, what I've decided is it's really easy to look at marches, because marches are often written in like half notes and everything's very moderated. That's a good way to look at things and find different beats and patterns that work really well. Also, marches have a tendency to be to have 16 note segments as part of the march. If you look at a march and how it's written, it's often in 16 note segments. So it's kind of a easy way to find little chunks of music that you might like. Just a little bonus tip there. Fireflies are so interesting. They're the only bug I've seen so far that doesn't react to your presence, doesn't react to you swinging a net, just ignores you completely. And whatever you're doing, it doesn't run away, it just doesn't even care. Come closer, little lightning bug. Nope. Which is kind of funny, because that's kind of how lightning bugs are in real life too. It's interesting, the little bitty details like that they kind of captured. All the other bugs, if you swing your net towards them, they run away, or fly away, or jump away, or whatever. Flap away, whatever it is. you know, they may not go very fast, depending on what kind of bug it is. Sometimes those drone beetles show up on these trees and you can't see them unless you do the flat angle like this, and then you can see them show up on the trunk, but none of these right now. I mean, if you've noticed, these music boxes, they're all over the island, and you know, we didn't just grab them in one day. I mean, we started with one out in the musical area that I showed you earlier with the marimba and all that stuff over on the rocks. That was the first one we had on the island. Then someone found another one from a balloon or something, and we put one near the plaza. And then, you know, another one was given to us by a islander, and we put it somewhere else. Then I got one from balloon and I put it here close to my house. Whatever, you know. And now we've got a bunch of songs to listen to. Once we hit... Oh, hold on. No, it's fine. I'll go to a different one. Bubblegum KK is definitely my kid's favorite song. After KK did his first concert and he started coming on Saturdays, you can get... KK will give you one song of his every concert he does on Saturday for free. The first one you request, and he takes requests after 6. So I've picked up 3 or 4 of these for free, and then every day you can go Nook shopping and you can buy one song from the ATM machine or whatever it's called in the plaza. I don't buy it every day, but if it sounds interesting, then I'll buy it. Most of them sound interesting. Some of them I've passed on though. And then, you know, when you get these little tape boxes from villagers, set it up somewhere on your island and put a tune on it. What also is kind of fun is the villagers, some of them will gather and they will listen to the song and they'll start singing it. And it's really cute to see like Marina start belting out Bubblegum KK. It's really adorable. I don't know if you know this. If your villagers are having a conversation, you can butt in. Oh, I guess they quit their conversation, but yeah, sometimes you can like get in on a conversation. It's very funny. A chill wind. A chill wind. Oh, okay. Nobody noticed. Julia's wearing a hat my daughter designed, so that's kind of cool. Third daughter designed this hat, so that was kind of neat. So these flowers Isabel has are roses now. They were tulips earlier, so I assume they changed based on the season, maybe, because they were tulips like in March and April. Let's see. Yeah, Nook shopping. Yeah, every day you're going to have one KK song here. It's always going to be 3,200 bells, so assuming that I have enough bells, which some days I don't, but I usually do. I'll just, if it's interesting, I'll buy it. That's always helpful. And then, if you didn't know about this, in here, you can actually access, this is a listing of all the items you have cataloged, which means you have come in contact with them on your character at some point. Now they're not always for sale, but sometimes they are for sale. Like let's say that you had this blue playroom wall. I don't even know where I got it, honestly. I have no idea. I've never seen this. I don't know what it is or where I found it, but obviously at some point I came in contact with it. I probably sold it. But let's say I wanted to get it again, and I went, oh, I sold it, oops. Now I want to use it. Oh, well, okay, I can buy it. You know, or let's say like I got a copy of this brown botanical wall. I have it in my house, but I only have one. Well, maybe I have another room in the house I want to make the same wall. I don't have a second copy. Oh, now I can buy one. So, you know, like this is my bedroom curtains. I can't buy it today, but maybe tomorrow it's for sale. That kind of thing. So if you didn't know that, that's kind of useful too. It's something that it took me a little while to figure out. Like I only have 3 rugs. You know, I use these 2 in my house and I don't even remember this one. I probably saw it and sold it or something. Didn't even pay attention to it. You even have the, these are all of the fossils you've had done, and they're not typically for sale. I can't remember if I've ever seen them for sale. But you get a listing of the ones you have. These are all the KK tunes that I've had. Now, you're thinking, okay, why would I want to buy a second copy? Well, you can actually, you can either register this with one of the radios or whatever, or you can hang it on your wall as an art piece. So it can go either way. Going to bed, Dragon? Hey, thanks for stopping by. Take care. Have a good night. And good luck with your island. So that's kind of cool. If you didn't know that kind of stuff, I mean, this is stuff that I figured out eventually, but it took me a little while. You can even go through and find clothing, you know, that you had at some point. Like, I don't know, let's say that you had an Argyle vest and maybe you gave it to Peggy. And you decided, you know, maybe I kind of want to wear that. Well, if it's for sale, you could buy it again. Or maybe someone says, hey, I really like that shirt. Could I get one or something like that? You know, you could give them yours, and then you could just go buy another one. Something like that, you know. But anyway, it lets you go through any things like that. Even that's some of the DIY stuff. Like, I made an orange umbrella. It's a DIY item. I bought a parasol. I made a pear umbrella. And I bought a purple chick umbrella. So these that I bought, they're for sale. These that I made, they're not for sale. I don't know if they're always not for sale, if it's just today. I don't know, I don't check here enough. But let's see, what else was I going to do here? Actually, that was really about it. I did want to talk to... Oh no, wait, there was something else I needed to do. No, wait, hold on. I want to talk to Tom first. I was going to do a little customization of my house real quick, and then I'm probably going to wrap up the stream for the night. Tom was saying the last time I did an expansion I could change the siding on my house or something like that. So I haven't looked at that yet. I wanna see what that looks like. I'm gonna customize. Now, if you're looking at that, and you say you're going to customize for free, wait, I have to pay for my customization. Apparently, there's a perk to building out all 5 rooms, and once you build out all 5 rooms, apparently they allow you to do customization for free after that. So, okay, cool. Oh, you can do completely different. It's not just, so before I could pick a different color for roof, but I basically had to save with the same shingle type. I picked purple because I like purple. But now we can go with totally different types, like a Spanish tile. I mean, they're calling it curved shingles, but that's Spanish tile. Gray stone, that's, I couldn't imagine stone on a roof, but okay, sure. It's a cartoon, so. Thatch, that's kind of traditional. Okay. I'm gonna stick with the purple, because I like the purple. I would maybe go with the purple Spanish tile, if there was an option for that. I'd think about doing the green, but I'm gonna leave it purple, because I like purple. Let's see, mailbox colors. I don't think there's anything new in the mailbox department, but let's just flip through. Yeah, mailbox is like the first thing they let you customize, and it's kind of cool. I like this door, at least for now. Let's see if there are any other options. I think it's all the same. Yeah, these are the same once they offer you the door option. Yeah, it's all the same choices. That's cool. And now custom exterior. Now this is new. I haven't seen this yet, so let me look at this. Let's see. Oh, I see. It's the, okay, that orange color. I never did like that orange color, so this is great. I've been wishing there was a way to change it up. Oh, we make a pink house. That doesn't really fit. I mean, actually, I am a very pink-purple kind of person, but it doesn't look good on the house. That's kind of cool. I kind of like the, kind of like that one. Yellow. Wow. Boy. Hello, LSU. Oh, that's kind of dark and foreboding. That's not too bad. Ooh. Not with purple. I have to change more than just the exterior. Ooh, that's kind of neat looking. Well, well, well. Now we're getting somewhere. This is interesting. I have not seen these before, so this is kind of my first time looking at these options, so not sure if you guys how far along you guys are with your houses. Are you still in tents? Are you in houses? What how far along are you guys on your house? This is, as they say in the biz, in-game housing. So if you don't see all these options, don't feel bad. That's actually kind of neat looking. It's a little darker than I really want for my house, but, you know, yeah. Wow, they really got some neat options. I like this cobblestone, although there's not really a color I like very much. Oh. What was the one I was looking at that I thought might look good? Maybe the red? No, it's this one. I kind of like the gray trim with the white and the little color, the little pink, little yellow, but mostly white. I like that. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to switch to that, and let's see how it goes. Interesting design choice. I am already excited. I'm excited that you stopped charging me for changes. It's great. Alright, so... yeah. It's 1 a.m. for me here. It's been a pretty good stream. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here for tonight. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, I'll be back with Animal Crossing. If you're interested in Animal Crossing, I'll be back with more Animal Crossing on Wednesday, and then back again next Sunday. So that's my 2 days of the week that I'll do Animal Crossing. Other days of the week, if you're interested in Star Wars, The Old Republic, that's what I do on other days of the week. So feel free to come back for any of those streams on those days. Typical start time is around 9 p.m. Central Time. And, you know, hey, if you guys have comments or ideas, thoughts about what you want to see, what games maybe you want to take a look at, or see what else I'm doing, or just chat about the stream, feel free to comment here on Twitch, or send me a message on Twitter at MixedGameMike. It'd be great to hear from you guys. And other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow night, or if you're only Animal Crossing fans, that's totally fine. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.